do this thing.
So welcome to session 12? 13?
Yeah.
13? 12? No, last time was 12.
I don't know.
No, 12. I'm sure it's 12.
Of World of Saga 3. So,
12.
you guys are still pretty much fucking around in Wolfspire at the moment. You haven't left.
That's what we do.
You haven't left on your mission? Yeah. I'm gonna drag all of you and drop you. In fact, I actually get to drag your moving faces across the screen. It's really fun. Whee! Yeah.
Don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah. So, I don't know where you are in the keep. You can tell me. I don't mind. But
I'm on the training ground apparently, so let's stay there.
Training ground. So you're just
This
there.
is only briefly after we finished with the.
It's the next day. Yeah, it's the next day.
I'm just.
So.
I don't want to say drilling my men, but.
Oh, it was the trading. The guy who wanted to do the trading.
All of them lined up like bent over barrels.
Who had kidnapped that girl? That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we have Lumaya, who's the daughter of the Desher guy.
Mhm.
And then we have another girl and a boy who don't have names.
Yeah.
What's the girl's name? You just make something up.
No, she had a name. Lumaya?
Well, Lumaya's the daughter, but the other girl.
No, there was two others.
Yeah, there was a girl and a boy.
Who are these now?
Oh no, I didn't give the boy a name, did I?
Oh, the
I
other.
don't
Or
think
the
you.
girl.
I don't
Or
think
the
you gave
second
the.
girl.
Yeah, I don't think you gave either of the other two names.
Okay, let's just call them
A and B.
Bolshi and Dolshi.
Really?
I don't know. I didn't. Alright, let's call them.
You forgot there were people.
May for the girl, May, and for the boy,
August.
no. No. May is in.
MEI?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
May and Song. Why not?
Song.
Yeah, the boy's
You,
called
you
Song.
ever watch those in the old films? They're trying to think of the name and they just look at random things. So, looks at the calendar. May.
Yeah.
Totally didn't happen.
Alright,
Not what happened.
so, yeah, you told me that May was the daughter of Camelon Wessex in Caldania, or something like that. So I'm going to make sure that he gets written to, like, you know, we have your daughter.
Okay.
And then the boy was just a servant, so...
Maybe we'll phrase it slightly differently than that.
Have you ever seen Tucker and Dale versus Evil?
Yes. Yes. We have your friend.
Yeah.
No, wait, where are you guys going?
Yeah, not like
They
that.
ran off.
Yeah,
I don't
so,
know why,
okay.
they just ran off. They're not
Yeah,
very
we're
good
gonna
friends.
let them know that, like, we have found his daughter and she is safe, and, you know, that sort of thing. And then I think the boy was just a slave that was purchased properly and everything. So I don't know, we can just unless you guys have something else you want to do, we could probably just put him to work around the...
If he wants to work, he can work, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be fine with that.
I mean, he'd be paid. Like, we're not gonna, you know.
So you're freeing him as a slave, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. You'd be fine with that.
Okay.
What do you want him to do? He could be an assassin.
I mean, does he want to stay as that thing, or
He doesn't really talk much.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
He's like a timid, you know, takes him up the bum and then just stays quiet.
Come on, team.
Well, that's what he is. He's basically a bed slave. That's pretty much what he is.
That's fair enough. I just feel like freeing him as a slave and then employing him as a servant is I don't know. Maybe
oh yeah, you're keeping him at that level then, basically.
Well, I wouldn't personally.
No, I mean that's what you're worried about, is keeping him at the same level.
Yeah, it just seems a bit presumptuous. So I don't know.
You
I mean, if he doesn't want to, if he doesn't like expressly want to leave, that's fine. But Darth has to at least kind of find out whether he wants to or not.
Okay. He'd be very appreciative of that. Like, he likes you. He said he sees you when you're there in the morning. Just like
you'd like it?
No. He's actually. I'll go out of my way now and say he's actually straight. He's not,
Okay.
But Darth is you're there just like in the morning, like doing lots of sword play and stuff, and you can see like in a corner of your vision, because your perception isn't very good, but you are a warrior's warrior. So when someone else is training, you get it in the corner of your eye, and you just see that he's like picked up this little stick and is like mimicking what you're doing, but like really clumsily, and he's really shit. But he's only been there for a night, and you just look around where he is, and there's like a little sack down here where he's obviously pulled up a sack and like lay down to sleep. He hasn't gone inside, even though he's been given a room. He's slept out there. So he's just like,
I'll stop sparring where I am, and are there like sparring sticks around? They're around. Yeah.
There'll be sparring.
I'll pick one up and just sort of stand in front of him on guard.
Oh shit! Okay, so he's like, oh! And he drops his stick. He's like, oh, please forgive, and he's like just nodding his head like he doesn't.
No, it's
bowing his head.
Please pick it up. It's fine. You should do what you want to do. That's what you're here to do now. You're free. You don't have to behave like a slave anymore.
He's
if
like,
you want to fight, then we can teach you. That's fine.
He just nods like tentative, like okay, that sort of like he'd be happy with that.
Okay. But what do you want to do? Is there anything that you want to do?
And he just like points over at the training dummy that he's seen like all of the men like hitting. Okay.
I'll wheel it over to him.
Okay.
Or like take it out of the ground and put it in front of him.
Yeah.
And I'll proceed to like instruct him or whatever for the next next half an hour or something. Something fine to me.
Sire, from your windows, because you're a bit higher up than so you're looking out across the training circle here.
Yeah.
You can actually see this going on, and you note that the song has a poise. Like he's not going to make a very good warrior, like a very good stand-up warrior, but he's got like a certain fluidity to his movement that you could use.
Okay.
But that's all you know. You don't know anything else.
I note that.
Yeah.
I come back to it later.
Okay.
Actually, I will literally note that in real life.
Okay.
She's not there at the window. It's like,
let me teach you the ways of people.
It's slightly quick.
Yeah.
Full stop. So yeah,
not totally useless if we give him a slightly smaller sword.
Well, he's not useless. He's fine. But so, what are we going to do next?
What do you have to do?
Needs work.
You still have a job to do. Don't remember?
Yeah. Well, I need to bring Lumaya back to her father.
You've sent the message. He's going to take a long time to get here.
Lumaya's the one.
No, he lives in the town.
Oh, does he? Okay, then that's fine.
Lumaya's father.
Yeah, Lumaya's father lives in Saga, but the other girl, May, her family lives in Kaldania.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've sent word to them, and then I need to take Lumaya to her father.
So, do you want to go yourself, or do you want to send your little helpers over to do it?
I'll go myself. Actually, I'll bring I'll bring Hellas because she helped me free them.
Okay. You go to the city for the day, and you're received by the house, of Lumaya, who's grateful to be home, and they're grateful to have her. And there's a very nice reunion there where they're all extremely happy to be around each other, and all, you get paid. And the fame of the Obsidian Wall spreads a little bit in the nobility. Everyone's like, oh, okay. These guys are
okay. Just a bunch of rough mercenaries. They actually do.
They do shit. I mean, they need payment, but they do shit. You notice as well that Hellas is getting a lot of glances from like dudes, like guys around, because she is quite young, and you've never noticed before, but she is quite nice looking, and you're like, huh. But instead of like thinking she's nice looking, oh, isn't that a thing? You think, oh, she's nice looking, how can I use that? Sort of thing.
Exactly.
Like, and she seems like there's certain things she doesn't seem oblivious to it, but just like, you know, one of these people who are good looking and they own that shit as well. They're really annoying people. Like,
right.
you know, yeah, like she's like that. She's not even letting on. She's just like, no, you know, what it is, what it is. Like, you know, she's got more important things to worry about. So, cool.
Full-time job.
So,
kill that potential thief who was after the deed, which was kind
oh, here we go. This is comes roll 20 again.
of yeah.
It would have been better.
I mean, no, it was embarrassing for me
Yeah, roll 20.
because
About, you know, you just abducting various people from around the castle. Yeah. Did we have that conversation?
No, we
I
haven't.
haven't abducted anyone.
No, we found out about that as we about the abductions as we were about to have the meeting.
Oh, I see. Okay. We'll come back to that, I think.
So the just as a precursor, the Ashen Sails have actually given you ships, like 3 ships, to go up the coast and try and take on these pirates. But you're going to need more than that. But they have given you some information from the Ashen Sails office that has arrived. I don't know who would go and pick that up. It'd probably be Decimus, actually.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you know, you receive.
I was waiting for more information.
Yeah,
most likely.
you receive like a leather roll, and you unroll the top and take out a load of papers. And inside you see there is a place called Swindler's Rest on the coast, about
Very conveniently named.
about 40 to 50 miles up the coast. And there you can get information on hiring other captains to take on the Symphony, but there might not be very many takers because the Symphony are the worst of the worst, and there's quite a few of them as well. On reasonable count, the Symphony had around 25 ships. So,
Well, then we best use some stuff.
yeah, and there is also information there that, you know, you shouldn't attract attention moving if it's just the 3 of you. If you're with ships, you know, so you could go into this port and then get off, get your men, and then go, you know, or
Yeah.
There is actually a bar there called the Quarry House, which is almost exclusively for ship captains. So that's a place to go. That's the only information they give you.
Do we want to go there,
Okay.
Decimus?
Yeah. I think we go there, see, get some more information at the very least.
Yeah.
But we can do this conversation between, like, Sire, when you get back, you're quite happy, and you just find like Decimus and Darthus talking over this information, and when they see you, they just look at you and just like shaking their heads, like with like flat face.
What? Why are they shaking their heads?
Well,
Why are we shaking our heads?
yeah. Why do we?
The little amount of people being abducted around the keep that you didn't know about.
Oh, yes. Yes. It's like, oh, Cyan, now that you're back,
What's going on?
we need to have a conversation.
Well, we were hoping that you would help us with that, Sire, to be honest. We had a bit of an incident the other night.
Well, out of character, remember, we agreed not to give specifics if Besha cut down all the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Besha like walks out of the on the keep behind you and see what's going on and goes and then walks backwards again. You didn't turn around, he just walks backwards back into the keep.
It's just the slow walk backwards.
Yeah.
Like,
It's not even that, it's like quite quick. It's like, oh, okay. And then she goes straight back in.
Well, we were out on this kind of lovely night, and I was in the blacksmith, and I walked out, and lo and behold, I see some figures kind of carrying some of our men across the open training ground, and they were unconscious, and they were heading towards the Great Hall, towards the mess hall, and we investigated later, and apprehended the people who were responsible. We're not going to say who they are, we agreed not to, but we found the source of that, and that's where kind of.
So why are your
tang
troops?
comes in.
Why are your troops kidnapping our miners and hanging them upside down?
Okay, that's another approach.
Hmm.
To addressing the
No,
situation.
just like as you're slowly working your way around it, I'm just like, so.
So,
Care to explain?
so you saw them doing this.
Well,
Yeah. Yes, we did.
they were
And
they were unsurprised. They were surprisingly conspicuous about the whole thing. To be honest, I would have thought a little bit more of those.
well, whether or not they were conspicuous isn't really the issue.
Yes, it is.
Decided.
Yeah,
I'm trying to address these
how about this?
He cares.
You sort out their conspicuousness issues on troops that aren't loyal to us.
I mean, what was the purpose of this whole thing?
Well,
The men
it
were
was.
terrified. They thought something was taking them and doing
I was wondering that myself at first. Once I realized it was my apprentices, I don't know. I just thought it was kind of funny, and I let them keep doing it.
Okay, I mean it is. I admit it is entertaining, but let's see if we can aim this particular training exercise at a different group of people.
Well, I don't really agree with either of your two sentiments. That this is entertaining at all. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I mean,
This is just bang out of order.
I
don't know.
I mean, Darthus, the training to do what what the training was like.
I know.
Remember, you did the whole. You saw her past. Remember?
I know what the training was like, but
So she's got to train them one way or another, and they're not hurting them. I just prefer it didn't happen to our people because they're not to
Well-
the least.
The only people around here are our people.
Yes, and then but there's an entire city full of people that aren't under contract with us. As long as you're not hurting them and they get a bit more, discreet.
I'm still not
Then,
happy with this whole abducting people in the night thing. This whole operation. But
Would you rather them be killed in the night,
do.
Darthus?
I understand that that the training you need to go through. So as long as I don't hear any more about it, and my men who are working, by the way, that you abduct, aren't bothered further, then I have no issues with that.
Let's go with people who aren't working for us, maybe, and maybe tone it down a little bit because several every night is bound to arouse suspicion.
It is. And we don't want to be contracted to investigate our own problem that we're creating. So just a low profile, maybe, because that
Yeah.
would be a little bit awkward.
I'm gonna go have a talk with my apprentices, but instead of like what we talked about, I'm gonna tell them, I can't believe you let them see you.
yeah. You like go ahead and like slam the door, and they're all there writing, and then Besh like creating a new knife, and they'll go, and you'll like look up, and you say that, and they're like, see us, and like Hallis is like, see us do what?
Now, but remember, we did see almost all of them at one
We
point or
did.
another.
We did.
And they all noticed that we saw them. They just kind of, all of them managed to get away except for Besha. So they're all just kind of like, as they're carrying people, just kind of looked at us like,
They did like drop and run, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you guys know what I'm referring to.
And she goes, Alice goes, no. Do you? I mean, is this another test, or I mean, Jingham, do you know what she's talking about? Jingham's like, no. Jiro, do you know what she's talking about? He goes, no. Yeah, and Besha looks up and goes, I think she means when we were abducting all of the people from the thing, and they just look at her like, the fuck's wrong with you? And she just like, oh right, okay.
I mean, nothing.
She just,
You know what? Thank you for at least acknowledging what you've done, Besha. The rest of you,
Yeah,
Okay.
come up with a suitable punishment.
You get the finger.
Yeah.
Okay. See, they're
Yeah.
like, okay, look, we're sorry. We just wanted to improve on our skills, especially we got caught. And like they all turn around, I point to her. She's like, oh, I fell over.
I mean, she didn't really fall
No.
over. The ground turned to mud under her.
And then
It kind of sank up to her.
Yeah,
You know,
she's like, I wasn't accounting for the binding. I was just like, I wanted to bring my quarry home and then make some noise.
How do you hope to be successful assassins if you can't even escape the notice of Darthus?
That's fair.
Alice is like, yeah, but he's such a dullard. We thought we could just use him as practice, train on someone who isn't that deceptive. Hard to know his way.
Yeah,
I saw
he's
him yesterday
still-
tying his shoes for 15 minutes.
Yeah, and he still
15
noticed you.
minutes.
So what does that say?
Don't have laces.
It says we just made a mistake. Sorry.
Don't make it again.
Okay, we won't.
They leave.
As you turn to leave, you hear like a coming from the room, and then,
I look toward the noise.
yeah, you turn around and they're all like, there's like another.
Can I hear where the noise is coming from?
It's coming from like a closet in the corner of the room.
Okay, I open the closet.
Yeah, there's like 3 miners in there, like stuffed into like various positions, and then it's like, and I'm just like, terrified.
Alright, all of you out.
they all like leave really quickly.
Yeah,
They're like all sprint to the door.
Yeah. So I after they're all gone, I let the miners free.
Okay.
you just can't be bothered to carry them somewhere.
Like, I don't know what we did. Did we do something wrong? Is this how we punish us around here? I don't. It's better than whipping, I suppose. But
As far as I know, you haven't done anything wrong.
then why are we in the closet?
That's a good question. Let me find out. And, I untie them and send them on their way.
Okay. They leave confused, and they see all the rest of the assassins outside, and they're like, "Oh!" And like all go running down the.
See, the better response would have been, "You know what you did." Just, you know what you did.
I'm not that.
Okay.
I'm not that cruel.
Oh, that would have been.
So yeah.
Well, that's
Now go back and think about what you've done.
for the time being. We'll see.
There you go. It's all sorted.
It's all done. It's fine. No one came out of that worse off. At all. It's fine. Right, this ship stuff, David. Have we let Sai know what we're planning on doing?
I mean, yeah, no, it would have been discussed beforehand. So we're all aware of what's happening.
Cool. Okay. So we're all good with the plan to go to this inn and see if we can find ourselves some more ships. Sound good?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, that bit.
That bit. Yeah.
Waited for her to.
Holy shit! David's disappeared from me.
Oh, fine.
David just disappeared from me. I don't know where he's gone.
That's fine. I'm already kind of prepping stuff.
And how we can try to hire some troops, but that it might be worth looking into a stealthy approach to this.
Yeah. Bad idea.
And I'll go over the maps with. Yeah, I'll bring some maps to show Sai in our room.
Okay.
Okay.
so we can kind of look over it and say, like, this is where we need to get to. This is what the information I've gathered. I don't know. What do you think, since you're more experienced with the infiltration? Do you think we can? Be like, do you think we'd be able to infiltrate this? And or should we try to draw them out and fight them? I mean, I'd have Darthus with me to talk about the
Yeah.
the fighting
that's fine,
side.
no.
I'd also have. Is there any representatives from the Ashen Sails who have more experience in naval combat?
That's
Not-
probably one.
Yeah, there are a few that like the
They like
the
merchants.
the ships they are mainly merchants. The ships they've given you are manned with people. They're the most hardened of the merchants, basically, without the merchants. So it's all of the dudes on there who are on like treble pay. It's high hazard pay, and they're generally just they're not really soldiers. They're more like they know how to wield weapons though.
They've had to deal with a pirate or two, most likely.
Yeah, like outrunning them rather than fighting
Yeah.
them.
Okay.
But I imagine occasionally they've had to fight them off.
Yeah.
If they caught up.
Yeah.
And that was just like if they can give us any insight into. Because we haven't done much in the way of naval combat.
Mhm.
Like what we have done was
All
jump
off.
on the ship and attack them, or run, and
Or
then
just-
explode.
Explode. Yeah.
Yeah, or just fall into the water.
Yeah.
Several times.
Most of our naval combat experience has been from out, not inside the boats.
Yeah, and it's also not gone very well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. When I say the naval combat has not happened on the boats.
Yeah.
Implied. Yeah. Okay.
Well,
I think if we go for a stealthy approach, do we need to employ many more ships to do that?
Well, we have 3 ships from the Ashen Sails, which is going to be hard to do, an actual attack. But if we load them lightly, we should hopefully be able to just outrun any of the pirate ships, and maybe pick them off one by one, or use them as a diversion and sneak in, much akin to our earlier assault on when we took out Tanner.
Okay.
wow.
So I think our strength doesn't lie in our naval combat abilities. I think it lies in our ability to get onto the ships and infiltrate them and deal with them that way.
Well, if they're at this cove, we'll see what information we can get. But if they're at this cove, then we could take down their main base of operations out from behind them.
That sounds good.
Have the ships, draw them out for a short period, and then flee, so that we're prepared for them when they come in. We'll bring some of our troops in to ambush them inside of their cove. After we clear out whatever they leave behind.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think if we put 3 ships with the Ashen Sails banner and the Wolfspire banner out,
They'll come running.
yeah, because they'll know that if the Wolfspire banner's out, that at least 1 or 2 of us is with them, which will really mean that hopefully, with our reputation, they'll assume that they can't handle it with a small portion of their fleet.
Can we disguise them as merchant ships? And I mean, I'm just thinking if we could load them with some kind of traps or something just to slow them down. If
Yeah, I mean, we can
them,
drop
then-
them with, I suppose we could throw some barrels on there with that'll like sort of depth charge style things. Well, not really depth charge, or just floating mine style.
Yeah. I don't know.
And,
I'm not really familiar with naval combat, so
I'm gonna ask the merchants if they have any experience with anything like that, or anything that can foul up the rudders on the fouling lines for the rudders.
Yeah, one of them comes forward and says that he knows that the cove that the Symphony operate out of is he's been in there once or twice. It's made of all timber. So he's like, if you could start a fire in there, that we should smoke them out.
Well, yeah, we could definitely set fire.
But no, I don't, none of us know any way to muddy up the rudders now. Not really.
Well, Decimus is gonna ask them to hold on for a second, and he's gonna go do a bit of research in the library that he's been slowly collecting, and see if there's anything about naval combat in the library.
Let's roll to see.
Make a roll. Oh, first of the session. Oh.
No.
Ooh. Wait.
So he's 20.
That's a 20. That's not.
That is heresy, I'll have to tell you.
No.
I was hoping it was a D100.
No. Let's roll D100 just to see if the dice god really hit you. They do.
That's about it. It's about even.
That's about the same.
Yeah, you're looking for a good roll, so there just happened to be a naval compendium in there.
Or just anything that refers to naval combat.
Not really. No, nothing. Like the things that you find are not really of interest to you. Like, oh, great naval battles of the past.
Yeah. Well, I'll just skim through them, see if anything stands out. As you know.
There is one thing that stands out, and it is. Just roll an intelligence check for me.
Oh, this is why I've been putting points into intelligence. Slowly. Slowly.
Well, in the new system, intelligence is directly related to magic.
My intelligence is 4, so I'm just under it.
Okay, give me a second. Look through. Oh, fucking hell. That's when you know the guide's too big and I'm just like, I can't find shit in here. It's ridiculous. Whoever thought that doing this size the other thing would... God.
You know, if you could do with the next one is if you put it out as a PDF, you can actually do the bookmarks on it and have the bookmarks.
Well, there is an announcement I want to make at the end of the session, so please remind me that I have that to do. But yeah, you read a compendium on Daga, Forgebreaker, and the Bloodstar War, and this is the first, well, one of the first Kales of Kainmar in Kaldanian. Kainmar being a rustic, seafaring civilization or kingdom, and they basically fought a battle with the Bloodstar Company, where the Bloodstar were captured in a cove, and instead of actually fighting on open ground, they nullified the numbers because the Bloodstar had a much larger number of ships. The Kaimarians did a ring around the cove and just went in there and funneled it all into one place. So they had better ships, you see. So it counteracted the numbers in that small space when they couldn't bring the numbers to bear, and then they just threw fire on them pretty much until they sank.
So they basically went to the mouth of the cove. You said
the mouth of the cove, yeah, and then just like dived into the mouth of the cove and threw fire on them until they were no more. Okay. And it was the first deployment of fire ships in known history as well.
All right. I might look into I'm gonna see. I'm gonna set a couple of people out that might know something about ship crafting, shipwright. Yeah, so who knows? Might know some good shipwrights. That might be able to help outfit our 3 ships a little bit better before we do to do this, and maybe we can set something up like that.
Well, you have a notion that your stores will run out of food within the next couple of days. So, to go and build a ship or re-outfit a ship, or retrofit a ship is going to take time.
Yeah, something more like maybe not so much like fully re-outfitting it, but finding something to help, like that they could load onto the ships, that they could basically put out the sides to help make the cove mouth even smaller. And definitely I'm going to look into like just something we could pick up and say to nothing that needs to be like made, but something we could potentially pick up, and definitely want to look into fouling lines and like barrels of oil that we could pour out.
Okay.
Because the water flows into the cove primarily, yeah.
Yeah.
So if we stayed at the mouth of the cove and poured oil on the water, it would float
Yeah.
into the cove.
That's what we're. Okay, so I'm gonna say that's gonna take like nearly all your first day. You get a few. How many barrels do you get? You get 13 barrels, huge barrels of oil, of pitch oil, which is burning oil that you can use. And you also get 1 barrel of, so it's like Greek flame.
Ooh.
So it's like that. It's like Greek flame. It's not wildfire. That's not how fucking Greek flame works.
But it's still pretty fucking ridiculous. It's still enough to fuck people
It's
up.
magic Greek fire. Oh, fuck off. Don't do Greek fire, do Greek bloody fire. It's cool enough. It's a flamethrower, for fuck's sake. In the Middle Ages. I mean, charge! Oh shit, that's a wall of flame. I've got to look the other way. Okay.
Nope.
Yeah. The Mongols
All right,
like,
so-
Europe's ours. Oh, fuck that shit. Let's just go back. But towards...
Yeah.
Go to the Middle
So
East.
I want to see if I can find anyone who has any experience on this and have them come with us. Because I don't want a bunch of people who have never touched any of this shit before. To like Darthus. I do not want Darthus setting the fires.
Why is Darthus the example today?
You started it.
Started it.
Okay, then I'm gonna go out there and say you find no one who's fucking crazy enough to do this, or has ever done this
I'd be
before.
crazy enough to do it. I just wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, I mean, there is a few sailors on the boat say, "Oh, how hard is it?" One of you pours it off the back of the boat as we sail away from the cove.
Yeah,
Into the
but
cove.
are you gonna? We're gonna be doing this, in the night. Do you know what to look for to keep you from setting yourself on fire?
They look around and go, don't get it on the ship or yourself.
Yeah, it's hard to see black liquid in the dead of night.
He's like, don't. This is your plan. Like, I mean, we'll make it work.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying,
You know?
as long as you guys are gonna, just be careful. I'm trusting you guys, and because I'm filling the guys in on the plan, which is their goal is to do as much damage as they can, while losing without risking themselves. Basically, it's all going to be attrition. They're not gonna do outright battle with these guys.
Okay.
While we infiltrate the cove and destroy their base of operations and wait for them to come back, or we're going to set up a trap inside the base of operations.
Mm-hmm.
At least that.
Can we just light some fires so that we can see the pitch? Would that not work?
Darthus.
Just saying.
Darthus.
Well,
Fine.
Decimus,
Try to contribute, and you.
of anyone in the group, I think you're the one who actually has experience with fire.
Well, if you wanted to infiltrate, if you want me not to be there when you infiltrate the cove, if you wanted to, go ahead with Darthus and sneak in there, then yeah, I can stay behind on the boats. And this wouldn't be like loud, like so all the troops are hearing me. This is going to be kind of an aside to Saya, just like, if that's how you want to do this, then I will stand aside while you and Darthus sneak into the cove. Not loud enough that all the people are hearing us.
Yeah, okay.
But
I see your point.
Just so you guys know, Darthus is kind of enjoying the idea of lighting his sword on fire and like ceremonially lighting this pitch.
we're not letting Darthus near this.
Like dipping it in the oil and
We're not letting Darthus
Are used for the
anywhere
flaming
near.
magic sword.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah, your sword already glows
Proud.
fire.
It
Your
does.
sword already burns.
It does.
Could burn other stuff now.
No, no. Stop. Bad Darthus.
Say bad Darthus. I'm not a dog.
Bad Darthus.
Okay, fine. Sorry.
No
Well, you-
pitch for you.
well, you talk to animals, so
I do. But will they talk to me first?
I mean, sure they do. Right.
It was the mushroom's fault. It wasn't. Okay.
Of course it was.
So let's move on with the.
Yeah, let's move on with
Yeah,
it.
that sounds good.
I like reminiscing about all the times that Arthur's have fucked up in the session.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Let's carry on with the.
Okay.
I mean, we've got a while to go before we get through all of them.
My poor little character.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
All right. I'll.
He's still alive. Yeah.
I'm gonna go and prep the ships.
I'll just say, well, if you don't want to do the fire, Decimus, find someone else to do the fire. And
No, I like. I have people who were going to do it that I found.
okay,
Yeah,
then they can do it.
Yeah.
And then
I would have had that, the discussion with them, talking, and just Dean, when you were having that conversation with me, was that the normal sailors or was that the fire ones? Because I thought it was the normal sailors telling me that how hard can it be.
That was normal sailors telling you how
Yeah.
hard.
I'm making sure that the people who are experienced with using, pitch to set fires on water and not burning their boats down are in charge.
Well, this is what I mean. Like I was saying before, like that's not really a normal sailing skill.
Yeah.
Like, they're not like, oh, we pour the pitch in there.
So that was my
Yeah. I mean,
so I definitely
this
gonna make
is a
sure
really
that
good
there's-
plan, right? This is a really good plan. It's very risky. But
As
it's a
long as
really good
nobody
plan.
sets their own boat on fire, it should be okay.
We'll see.
But I'm also gonna instruct them that after they do the pitch, they've poured the pitch out and set it.
Mhm.
That they can use the empty barrels when the ships start getting close, when they move to escape, to use the empty barrels and put ropes between them, long ropes, and use them as fouling lines.
Okay. Listen to him. This fouling lines. Oh, good.
I've read enough books that have had naval combat in them.
That's what you do. You can tie the rope like this, and then you go.
Well, I'm not going to try to instruct sailors on knots.
Okay. So yeah, you guys. I'm gonna say you have this conversation like on the way to
okay.
to this place.
Once the pitch is sorted out, and I have people who I trust not to burn down their own ships, I'm gonna okay, let's get on the way.
Swindler's Rest it is then.
Yeah.
Anyone else have anything to say?
We're going to Swindler's Rest to get more information before, and
Yes.
I want to have Decimus bring some of the troops that he can.
I'm just gonna say this now. Your character would not think, from his intelligence score, that the amount of ships you have at the moment will be anywhere near enough to take on the actual,
Oh no, I know that we're it is, like I said, my plan isn't to have actual combat with them. It's it's to draw them out, have our boats like screw them up enough with fire and fouling lines, and then get the hell out of Dodge, while we lay an ambush inside of their own area.
So you guys sail this way, and then sail this way. So out of the strait, and you're going past all the way down here, and there's a cove just here.
Okay.
And that is Swindler's Rest, is where we are. So it's right here somewhere.
Are we drawing the map?
I can draw on that.
Do you know where we are?
It is boom.
There's a sea near there. Interesting. It may or may not be there, but it still makes me uneasy.
It's there. And your destination is just here. See, you guys pull into Swindler's Rest, and when you see it, as you come in on the seas, you're on 3 ships, and most of them, are, in fairly good nick. What ships are you guys on, or are you split up? I'm gonna.
I thought so too. Like,
Just give me a second. Seemed to work last time.
Frozen Dean, and then it was like.
There we go.
There you are.
Good. I changed it to a lower bandwidth for the video, so hopefully
Okay.
stops.
All right. Yeah, we were just saying that we're all on the same ship.
Cool. There are three ships. There's the Slowed, the Mountain Lion, and what was the other one I said? The Slowed, the Mountain Lion, and the Noisy Ferret.
Can we be on the Noisy Ferret, please?
Yes, that is the smallest ship. You can be on the Noisy Ferret if you wish.
No, we want to be on the big ship at the front.
The Slowed. Okay, so the Slowed is at the big ship, and that's at the front.
Yeah.
I mean, overall,
also,
Darthus there is like Darthus. You can go on the ferret.
I'm on the Noisy Ferret. I don't know what you guys.
Yeah. Okay. So you hear the word Noisy Ferret, and you're just like,
I'm owning it.
That's it. That's mine.
It's mine.
Did you take any men with you, Darthus, or did you tell them, instruct them to stay where they were?
I wouldn't have forced to. I mean, are you talking about like when we left Castle Wolfspire, or just?
Yeah.
I don't know. I would have thought that we'd want to keep it light, so I probably would have.
Well, I would have wanted. Part of the trap Decimus would have asked you what you can bring out and spare, because, and depending on what we can fit on the ship, because what Decimus was going to do is have the three of us sneak in, make sure that the coast is clear, and then bring the other guys in to help us with our ambush, so it's not just 3 people against however many return.
I reckon I can only really spare like 20 or 30 men. Like the rest of them are probably involved in the defense of Castle Wolfspire or elsewhere and stuff. I don't know. How does that sound to you, Dean? I don't really.
And you'd get about 20 or 30 volunteers. They love you, so like, Darthus, wherever you need, dude, we're there.
Fair enough.
So, yeah. Well, they wouldn't say dude because from Valor.
Fair enough. Yeah.
They would definitely be like.
Dress together now.
Yeah, they'd definitely be like, yes, Capsule, yes.
Dude Balefire. Yeah. Dude Balefire is my official title now.
Dude Balefire, yes.
Dude Balefire. Because a lot of we have quite a few men, but a lot of them are already occupied in these kind of activities, and the rest of them are kind of taken up with defending Castle Wolfspire in our absence. So yeah, okay.
That's a good point, but also, Decimus was talking about before. Do you have anyone with combat experience who sails? And the answer to that would be yes, if you can reach them and tell them to switch.
I suppose the ones on the ships. I suppose we would. I mean, not a massive amount of experience, but some.
So let's definitely bring 1 or 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I guess there would be a couple of those around, like rotating off shift. So I don't know. What? Maybe 10 of them, Dean? 20 others? Does that sound?
10, 20 sounds good.
Okay. So 10 experienced kind of naval combatants from what they've seen, and then 20 kind of other men that were willing to volunteer. Sound good? Okay. I'm happy for them to do whatever you want them to do, Decimus. You're kind of.
Well, I've explained them the plan, so
Yeah.
Thoroughly, so they know what their role in this is. To keep themselves safe and keep them off our backs for as long as possible while we set up our ambush.
Okay.
And I've instructed them not to fly our banners until they're getting ready to infiltrate, head into the cove.
Okay.
So that the people aren't seeing us coming.
Okay. So in answer to your question, Dean, I'll probably keep the 10 with me, and then the 20 can stay with Decimus and Sire if she's on the same ship.
Sounds good.
I know I've now defected, so she can do whatever she wants. Cool.
I would have left. I don't think I would have. Actually, how far along were my trainees in the binding?
They're reasonably well along. I mean, they can fling spells now. They can actually do things rather than being completely useless. Nowhere near your power level. Nowhere near pretty much a battle ready status. But if they were kept in the backfield, you're thinking they could do some damage.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I might have like 1 or 2 that I feel confident and that have that don't stick up on boats. to go and just to help protect the ships and to put out fires and stuff. Their main, like 100%, their goal is to keep themselves and the crew safe as best as possible. They're not. This isn't a battle. This is a diversion. I'm going to press that into their minds.
Okay. So they are to go and just make as much noise as possible and try and.
Yeah, and and I don't want them trying to foul up, destroy the other boats. It's difficult at best, to safely do that without risking your own ship. As I have no experience whatsoever in there being issues with that. And so I'm just gonna tell them, keep our men and yourselves, or keep yourselves and our men safe. Remember, this is a you're not this isn't a full assault. This is a diversion.
Okay.
I don't want them to try to be like heroes and try to jump over to the other boats, explode things. I have experience of that going poorly.
They would take that on board and would be like, okay. And you notice that one of these ships actually has 2 levels, so you could stick them on top of one of the levels, so they're kind of out of harm's way. But they can still fling spells and stuff.
Yeah. So they have good sight lines, but they're safer.
Yeah, they're sequestered away. They're not.
Cool. And I just don't want there to end up being like a binding user on the other ships, and then just these ships are just completely fucked because there's no one here there to do anything about it.
Okay.
Just and if you feel binding energy coming from the other ships at all, just instruct your people to the sailors. Let the sailors know so they can leave immediately.
They just nod. Just take Okay. Cool. Like, you gonna bring that noble's daughter with you?
I would have asked volunteers specifically.
She would have volunteered. Yeah, she would have volunteered.
Yeah, and if she's of sufficient power.
They're all around about the same power level.
Yeah. So I wouldn't give her special treatment, but it would be in the back of my mind. So part of it would be I would make sure that also mention the sailors, if you see anything that looks like the binding coming from the other ships, or if they start getting too close, well, they know the plan. They're not supposed to engage, but if they see anything that looks like binding, even if they haven't drawn them out as well as you'd like, get out of Dodge. You're not here to risk your lives. You're here to. What was that?
That was an alarm down my street.
Very angry car.
Car alarm.
Yeah. Okay, so they will take all that on board.
Cool.
So, you guys are sailing to. Are any of you seasick? Would you say?
I am, yeah.
Okay, so you are. You are voluntarily chugging up over the side.
Yeah, it's not going well.
Yeah, you're just like hurling all of your.
Well, he is on a small ship, so there's a lot of.
There's that.
Good choice as always.
There's that as well. Hurling up over the side, not having a very good day of it, until finally, night comes around, and you guys swing around one of the coves, and you can see inside of this one cove that's built into the side of the cliff face. There's dots of firelights everywhere, and there's planking, and there's scaffolding, and there's a full town built into this gap in the cliff face. So it's straight vertical. So.
I'm gonna instruct Arthas to wear thick cloaks over his armor and his troops' armor. Any of them that are coming with us.
Okay. We'll also put some padding on our boots as well.
So you guys aren't jangling as we walk down the street, because we're gonna basically disembark and then head over there.
Okay.
Whenever it's possible. I don't want them to know that they have armed troops inquiring as to, their cove.
Yeah, that's fine. I can do that. I'll sort that out as we enter the cove.
Okay. That's all good. So you guys enter the cove, and you settle down, and your ships are moored. You're directed to a place to go and port your ship, and you get off the ship, and you realise that to get up into you can hear all the sounds of a town around you, but they're more above you, which is really kind of weird. And you realise that to get up there, you have to actually go up on a winch lift.
Oh, joy. Okay. He wants to go first.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna head out. I think like a couple of us should head out, and if one of the or two of the Ashen Sailor people who have been here before to come and guide us around and see what information we can find.
Okay.
I might have Darthus stick with the ships for a bit, just keep making and because we might not, if there's a better place to disembark further down the coast. We'll disembark there with the troops instead. So I don't want him to end up unloading all of his troops only to have us load them all up and have it be conspicuous.
Okay, no, I'll do that. I'll stand by the ships, and if anyone comes along, I'll challenge them.
Sounds good.
I mean,
farewell. Good luck.
You don't have to challenge them. You can just hang out for a bit and just wait till we get back. No challenges are necessary.
Okay, I will allow anyone to walk onto our ships that...
No, don't allow them to walk on. Oh, that's... I thought you were going to, if you see someone walking down the docks, be like, you! What are you doing there?
That's what I got too. Like, if you see someone just walking
than your
by.
thing, but I'm not going to rule your thing out, to be honest. I might just get bored and do that sometimes. But we'll see. We'll see how long you guys are.
I'm trying... Pessimus is really trying not to... let the troops see that we're but it's hard with Darthus. We want the troops to respect Darthus as a leader and a warrior, but he keeps doing these things.
Just what?
Yeah, I'm just having no part of that conversation. I'm ready to go.
So I'm gonna look back warily as I depart. But try to disguise it as, general work.
Okay.
I'm going to crack at the wine before they leave, just so you know.
Yeah. So you guys are taking up on the winch lift. And eventually you stop and you can look out into what is a really large cleft in the rock with sconces and flames on the sconces all the way around the place. There's like a market square there, and then on the right hand side there's a big old painted sign that says Quarry House, and on the left hand side there's painted sign saying ship inventory, and there's all the painted signs saying guard house. There's another painted sign saying rum storage. There's also, they've got the priorities straight up here, it's all, and there's a whorehouse there for the general sailors, and all the noises there of those places.
So let's head in, see what we can find.
All right.
Okay. So, where do you want to go?
I'm gonna let the guys from the Ashen Sails who've been here before kind of lead us along here.
Okay.
And try not to look too much like a tourist.
Okay. So, yeah, they lead you along, and they say, so we're looking to hire people, right? One of them turns around to you.
We're looking for some hired people, but we're also looking for a way, if there's a better way for us to get to the cove.
He says, right. I guess the Quarry House is the place to be then.
All right. Yeah. I've kind of taken them aside for a bit, and it's like we want to get into the cove without being seen by as few people as possible. We're gonna, they know the general the plan about the ambush.
Yeah, they know it.
So it's like if there's a better place for us to disembark, And if we can get an idea of how much, how many troops they have, what we're looking at facing, the more information we can get, the better. But we don't want to arouse suspicion. They shouldn't have much time to prepare with how quickly we're heading out. But better safe than sorry.
Okay. Fair enough. So, okay, they take that in. And as you guys walk over to the quarry house, there's a guard on the outside. And he's just like typical Asunder armor, but it's like mismatched and it's no real colour. And he holds your hand up. He's got like horse's hair helmet on. He's like, who are you?
Are the Ashen Sales guys?
They're just like, and they turn back around to you and say, we can't talk to him. Like, we're not the captains.
Step forward and be like, shit. What do we? Actually, I don't know how we're going to say this. Did we give a name when we arrived at the port of who we are?
No, this is a pirate port. No one gives a fuck. You're just trying to go into the captain's quarters, basically. The captain's place.
Right.
Captain's only.
Oh, okay. Shit, I was hoping not to have to go up in front. It's just merchants. I would just say, merchants looking to rest ourselves a spell.
Saying, well, you go down to the whorehouse then.
Not that kind of rest. I'm feeling a bit parched.
Good, you can drink there as well.
Let's see. Sorry, I'm just kind of thinking how Desmus would react to this. Just like, and mingle, and just kind of look a bit like disgusted.
He says, yeah, and mingle. What the hell are you here for, anyway? This captain's only. Alright, don't have your own ship, fuck off, get to the whole house, or get back on your ship and piss off somewhere else. Alright folks, give me a moment. There we go. Sorry. I'm back again.
There you are.
There we go.
Hey.
Back again.
I'm looking at
So yeah, they basically say, unless you're not a captain, you can piss off sort of thing.
I would have thought that was. I'm just gonna kind of can you see where the ships are from where we're standing?
No, they're far below you.
See, you go. I can't remember what's the rank above captain. Is we've got 3 ships, so we're
Admiral, I guess. Yeah.
Admiral.
And I mean, isn't there a spot between admiral and captain?
I don't know.
I wouldn't know. I'm sorry, no.
Commodore.
Okay.
I think Commodore isn't it?
Maybe.
I'm gonna gesture behind this. It's like, well, you have my captains here. The captain. We have the captains of my ships here.
Okay.
And just kind of like offhand. As you know, as I shouldn't even have to justify myself.
Okay. So he's like, all right. Sorry about that. What are your ships called? And I'll check the manifest. Hello.
Well,
Alright.
if I feel like this is going nowhere,
He's basically just
well-
asked you for your ship's names. He's not asked you for your.
Oh, sorry,
fucking
I didn't hear that
middle
bit,
name.
and so I'm just gonna kind of just like blithely state them.
Okay. So he just checks the shipping manifest and he says, right, yeah, they're there. Right, head on in. You three, just you three.
okay, so
Well,
Decimus.
it would have been. I would have taken. I would have pointed out to. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Well, I would have gestured to like Sai and two others as the captains of my ships,
Mhm.
or I would have gestured to the three guys we brought with us as the captains of my ship,
Mhm.
and like I would have just kind of let Sai act as my, as kind of like someone who works with me. Like I'm not going to quite say assistant, but like my second.
Mhm.
So I would have, kind of included
Okay.
her with me, and I would have just kind of, as I went in as like the Commodore, I would have kind of just, have sort of follow in my wake, kind of thing, kind of go full Valentine on this.
Okay. So yeah, I don't think you need to pass anything to that. He'd let you in with stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's fine.
So, yeah, I guess we go in then.
Mhm.
Yeah, we go in,
Yeah.
and I was gonna say, just find us a table to sit at, and have some drinks brought, so that we can blend in.
Fair enough. You go in there, and it's hurly-burly in there, so it's really, really, really loud. Really, everyone's around all over the place. And, yeah. You basically get in there, and you can see lots of people with tricorn hats sitting around. And there's a full table there with everyone sitting on it. And they're just basically chilling out, doing their own thing. It's very raucous. You can hear people drinking, glasses spilling everywhere, and yeah, you guys walk in.
Yeah. So I'm gonna, kind of get us, get us a table, and I'm gonna parcel out some coin to the three, acting captains, as far as this is concerned, so that they can see what they can get as far as information is concerned.
Okay.
Probably give them. How rich is this place looking? Like, should I be giving them like 100 each, or like 50 each? Like how much coin do I see being passed around?
It's there's quite a bit of money being passed around, but it's all under the table money, so they don't like making these sound very rich because that just invites trouble. So they're basically just like normal ass towns. But
So probably like in all honesty, like they probably wouldn't normally carry more than like 15 to 20 gold on hand.
No.
If they need to, grease some palms, so to speak.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I'll give they know to come back, so that we can get all the information. So yeah, I'll give them 50 gold each.
Okay. So they direct you to the bar, and they basically tell you that they will be able to give you some information when you get to the bar.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of get some drinks and mingle a bit and listen in and chat. But I'm not going to be. I'm going to try not to be too obviously nosy because, in a place like this, even if it's mostly sailors and our reputation with watercraft isn't that great, somebody still might put two and two together and see,
Okay.
So I'm not going to be too free with my money. I'm not going to show off that I've got a lot because there's not I don't imagine there's too many Valinorians here right now.
Okay, give me 1 sec. I need to refresh because it's being an idiot again. Give me a sec. Fucking stupid roll 20. There we go.
I don't think so.
There we go.
What's this music from, Dean?
This music. It's just general roll 20 music.
Oh, okay.
It sounds a lot like the music from Hammerwatch.
I think it'd be a bit older than Hammerwatch. Alright. Yeah, so when you're at the bar, the one of the bartenders is rubbing down the surface and he's just what do you want?
I would take a quick look behind the bar and see what people are drinking. I'm assuming that I'm going to be drinking an ale.
Yeah, there's rum.
Or some rum. Alright, I'm going to get rum, but I'm going to get some nice rum, but, I'm not going to try to chug it or anything. I'm not quite going to go Darthus on this.
So you get this rum, and it's decent quality, so, you're sipping it oh yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And, so they're just, chilling, just, And he's yeah, what do you want? I mean, you came here for a reason. You came in the door there, you don't look like you belong here. What do you want? If you're with the Port Authority, swear to God, we'll fucking kill you.
Do I look like I plan to spend my time patrolling docks?
Actually, yes, you do.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm just gonna say. Well, I don't know which types you've had around here before, but I assure you, I have no intention of patrolling docks and collecting fees.
Is that right? So you here wanting to hire onto a ship, or?
Yeah, if I can find some nice, reliable men.
Oh, you're looking to hire men? Right. Okay. Give me a second. And he goes underneath the bar. I get to a list. Says Asha Ravenhair. She's the next on the list. She's available to be hired. Basically, this is just a list of all the captains who come in who won't work. The best ones, the ones that we find the most capable, most reliable, go to the top of this list. That's why they're paid to be on there. And he sits down and goes, Asha's just over there. Good woman.
All right. And I'm gonna tip him probably about see, how much was the drink?
The drink was about 5 golden alms.
So yeah, it's a bit of, it's not a cheap place. So I'm gonna give him. I'm trying to decide how much he would actually make because I don't want to stand out too much. Well, more than I already am. But I assume people are probably tipping 4 or 5 gold at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll give him I'll give him a solid 7 gold. Something a bit more than everybody else, but not enough to be holy shit.
Yeah. Okay. So he's oh, thank you, sir. It's very good of you.
Good information is always worth a bit of extra coin.
So that's always been my motto.
Tip I drink towards him and head over to this. Sorry, what was her name again? I'm gonna write it down.
Asha Ravenhair.
All right. So I'm just thinking of what happened with Hassan and the.
Oh yeah.
I hope we don't end up Anyway.
Oh, you haven't seen
So
it.
I'm gonna go chat. See,
That name keeps coming up.
I'm gonna go have a chat.
Cool. So
Yeah,
you guys,
I'm gonna take a minute, kind of like scope her out and see who's she's keeping company with.
yeah.
If I recognize, I'm gonna doubt I'll recognize anybody if I overhear anything
So
that
you
would
go.
indicate that.
You go and see Asha. She's in the corner, and she's chilling out with a little glass of brandy. She's just like looking around, but a sly look on her face is like, you know. And she got a few of her blokes around as well, and she'd just been paid from her last job, so she's just like with the right hand, just like swirling a hand through these golden arms that are in this little chest.
And I might actually grab her I grab a. How empty is her brandy looking? Is it like it looks like she's in need of a refill soon?
Yeah.
Because if so, I'll bring her one.
Okay. So you go over there with the brandy. There are several brandies there in the place.
I'll probably, if the bartender is like knows which one she prefers, grab that.
Okay. He says, would you have a mind to be trying to impress Asha over there?
Well, I feel like should never go into a meeting empty-handed.
He says, right, okay. Try this one on for size. He says it's a good, best brandy in the house. She never gets it 'cause it's too expensive. It's 100 golden alms a glass.
Well, and I hope that I'm certain she'll enjoy the fine I'm certain she'll enjoy the fine drink.
Okay.
Although I'm gonna kind of chuckle. It doesn't look like she's hurting for money too much right now.
So,
And I'll buy. I'll finish my rum because it's just a small glass, and then I'll take one a brandy for myself and one for her.
Cool. So that's 200 golden alms, and you walk off.
And I'll give him 50. And I'll sit down. I think. Probably if I can afford the 2 glasses, I'll sit down like 40 gold for him and the other bartenders, and it's like, spread this around to your guys.
Okay. You guys walk off, and then Siam and Darthus, you can hear him chuckle and go, "This should be bloody interesting," as he walks off.
I am gonna be careful with this brandy because if it's that expensive, it's probably gonna be very strong. So I'm gonna be doing very, very light sips.
Cool.
I'm gonna try to make it look like I'm drinking a bit more than I am.
Okay. So yeah, you can just taste this brandy. Yeah. So do you want to give it to her when you come over there?
I'll walk up and say, "You look in dire need of a refill, my lady."
She says, "Yeah, well,
Did I hear that from where I am?
Yeah. She's like, yeah. You're there.
I like.
I'm not trying to be like super flirty. I'm just trying to be like, I'm trying to be.
No, I know.
But it's probably not coming across quite as Decimus intended.
David's being made bashful by a picture. Look at that.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Oh God, guys.
So yeah, she's like puts her hat up and goes, "Oh yeah, are you the guy I saw old Derek over there just cruising for one of those?" And she points to the brandy in your hand.
Sorry, I didn't hear you quite.
Oh, yeah.
You say that again?
She says, are you the guy? So you're the guy who Derek was talking about that brandy, And she just points to the one in your hand.
Well, a fine drink is always a good way to start any meeting.
She says, "All right, give it
in." As I say that, I'll hand it to her.
Yeah, she drinks it and then just immediately spits it out. She says, "Oh, God's sake, Black Sail." And she puts it down and goes, "That is the worst brandy in this place. God, are you broke or something?
I'm gonna laugh at that and say, "It seems I might have I might have had my pockets lightened a bit."
He says, "How much did he take you for?" And so it wipes her hand. And
I'm gonna be like a bit amused by this. It's like, no, I'll have a talk, like kind of like I'll have a talk with him later, but for now I'm just gonna, let the joke kind of wash over. It's like, oh, 100 each. I'm just shaking my head.
she's like, geez, all right. You must really need a captain. She's like turned around, like crosses her leg over like that, and just looks at you.
Well, my adventures have been mostly land-based. I'm looking to expand a bit.
She says,
And I hear you're one of the best.
She says, that's all well and good, but I'd rather talk to someone who's a bit more pleasing on the eye, if you don't mind me saying.
So
And I say, is there like a particular way in which you prefer?
She's like, how about that guy over there? And she points like directly at Darthus. She's like,
wait, Darthus didn't come with us.
I'm not here now.
didn't he?
It was Saya and the three.
Then she'll point to Saya and go. Oh, you know. How about
I'm
that
just
one over
kind
there?
of like, oh, she thinks I'm prettier than Decimus. I don't say that, but I'm just like,
Yeah,
I have that look on my face.
Because you know, like Decimus is. You've noticed like there are a lot of women around the keep, and Decimus is seen as quite the pretty boy, around the keep and stuff.
I do
So-
he does take care of himself.
Yeah, he's got like fucking silver hair and shit. So he's like, he's known as.
Yeah.
If he looks anything
When he's
like,
not setting himself on fire, he keeps himself quite immaculate.
yeah, he's but this one seems like either bi or gay, or whatever.
Either way, not quite her. I'm not her type, which, that Decimus doesn't have a problem with that. It's like, not even like an oh. It's like, well, Saya. It appears you.
Yeah, I come up and sit down.
Is she kind of like? Do I get the feeling that she wants to talk with Saya alone, or does she?
No.
Yeah, I'm hoping not, because
I'm gonna see if I can get us something a little more palatable.
So you do that.
and I say make sure you get it for free. I think you've earned some extra drinks out of him.
I'm sure. I'm gonna kind of go up to the other guy, kind of give him a look, like, come on.
Yeah. He gives you some really decent brandy. Not amazing, but decent. So Saya, Asher just says, yeah, and three things I like in this world: a full purse, pretty women, and men with jaws like a fucking cliff face. She's like nods.
Definitely not Decimus.
She just nods like,
Oh,
what are you talking about?
and she goes, I'll let you figure out which one of those you are.
Definitely the cliff face.
probably the money. Probably the money one. I'm guessing that.
She says, humor. I like it. And she just strokes back your hair like in a really obvious, like.
I'm just like,
She's like,
Blatantly flirty.
No. You get the sense that she's had many a fucking paid lay in her time. She's just like, expecting the good sort of thing. And she's like, right. So, what do you want my ship for? Or ships, as the case may be.
well, mostly to make up for lack of experience on our part. We haven't had the best of luck at sea, so to say.
It's like, well, your luck's about to change, and she slams the chest shut and gives it to one of them men. He says, so, what you need us to do, and how long are you going to need us for?
I'm hoping Decimus
at-
is back
at
at this time,
this point,
because
I
he's
might-
the one who always deals with
yeah.
this stuff.
Saya hand. Oh, Saya's disappeared? Or is that just me?
Oh, I say as
Gone
he
black on that.
disconnects.
Alright, I'm fine.
He's here.
Alright,
See him?
I'll
I don't see
refresh
him.
because I'm not seeing Sam.
I might need to refresh. 1 sec.
Okay. I think I can see all of you, but the others can't see the other one. So I don't know.
I don't know either.
There you go.
Okay, there we go.
There we go.
All right. So, yeah, I'm hoping that as she's asking me how long and what exactly.
We'll bring
Mm,
Decimus
good
back
idea.
into the conversation.
Alright, that sounds
carrying with new drinks for everyone.
She takes that one and downs it. She's like, that's better. puts it back down again.
And I imagine I've overheard asking how long and how many we need. Well, we've got a bit of an interesting proposition for you.
Shoot.
But I'd like to. I hope that if whether or not we come to an agreement, you'll discretion it will be available.
She says,
That's not a good way of phrasing that. Yeah.
She-
You know what
she
I'm
says-
trying to say.
she says, as long as I'm paid, I can do whatever you want.
All right. So I'm gonna kind of, like lowering my voice. It's like, do you know that? I'm sure you know that. And I'm gonna. Oh, what were the pirates' names? I keep forgetting.
There's Robar, Kingclave.
Yeah, Robar.
Yeah, Robert Kingclave. It's like, do you know Robert Kingclave?
He's like, yeah, everyone on this coast knows him.
How amenable are you to him and his operation?
About as amenable as I am to a decent pair of shoes. As in, I could take it or leave it.
Well, we're looking to, let's say, reduce his operation fairly significantly. He's been causing our some difficulties.
Now it's starting to make sense. And she sort of leans in and goes, so you're part of the big bad mercenary company that he's been taking on the high seas, right? Like, you're the people who he's been stealing from, who he's been going around saying are, well, almost not worth his trouble anymore because you never defend your shipments. If you defend your shipments as well as you pay your sailors, you might need to find some other captains going higher.
Well, the payment, I assure you, will make the payment worth your while. We've been dealing with some more shore-bound issues. It's time. At this point we plan on taking the full weight of our attention upon him.
Okay. So, I take it you're looking to find him in his cove and take him out. Am I right?
Indeed.
Says, let's talk price. She sits back and she crosses her legs flat on a barrel in front of her and folds her arms.
Well, I plan to, take as many of his ships as possible, and and take the cove in addition.
Mm-hmm.
Now, any of the goods that have been taken off of our ships, I believe a fair we'll decide on a fair split for them.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that was taken from other companies, I believe a 50-50 split would be in order, on top of a fair payment in gold.
Okay. She says, goods. They're all things I need to move. I need to put effort into selling them. No, I want the gold. Gold I can spend. Gold can give me happiness. Gold can get me nice shoes, clothes, dresses, ships, men, women, anything I want. What can I buy with a loaf of fucking bread?
I'm gonna chuckle. It's like, well, since we have the ships to move the goods, I think we can definitely arrange for you to be paid entirely in gold for the value. The value of. We'll pay your. Sorry, words. We'll pay your share in gold and keep the goods, and with a bit of a. And with a little bit of a bonus up.
He says, how much exactly?
Let's see. Sorry, I don't, how would Decimus know what's really fair?
Not really.
For this?
No, not really, but you can just say a number and see what she says.
Well, I would probably gesture towards one of our sales guys.
Okay, I'm switching
Yep.
video off. This is getting a bit ridiculous now. So I'm just going to go on voice only. Give me a second. It's really distracting trying to do this. There we go. That should be better.
It's not,
Does
it's not
Darkus
quite
want a hat
what,
like that?
it's
No.
not quite what what's her
No.
name had at the end of it, as Dan's character had at the end of the last venture. That fucking
Okay.
ridiculous ass hat.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Good, yeah. It's staying like this now. I'm not doing video anymore. It's fucking ridiculous trying to get it working.
Okay.
So yeah. Yeah, just say number. See what she says. You need to.
I was gonna say
You know how much
with
money
the-
you have, so.
Yeah, but with the Ashen sales guys, you know, have a better idea of what it would cost to hire something like this.
Yes, maybe. He says. So it's. Yeah, they would.
All right, then I'm definitely gonna have, you know, kind of gesture one of them over,
Mm-hmm.
and just like without you know, without too much. What I would just ask, you know, what's a fair price for hiring a ship for our little venture?
He says, you whisper to him, I guess, not like.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
kind of whispering.
He's like, good captain, like her. I'd say. She'd be fair to ask her about 4,000 gold.
4,000.
Yeah, that's no problem. I have 50,000. So.
Right.
I don't say that. I'm just telling you guys.
Yeah. I know.
He's
I
also
18,000.
just like, it's 4,000 if this was just a normal merchant run, but we're not exactly asking for normal, are we?
Well, I like was that the price for 8 ship or for?
No. For the fleet for a normal protection run, but he just said this isn't a normal protection run. Like, you know, this is.
Yeah.
This is basically paying like the 3rd biggest pirate in the region to go after the biggest pirate in the region.
Yeah.
And you know how
Okay.
self-preservation pirates are, you know, so.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna thank him, and you know, and can send him on the way. I'm gonna turn to her and say. So you said about I'm just thinking 4,000, and I don't I'd probably aim for about at least another half on that, but maybe 3/4 on that. So I'll probably say
7?
yes, because I figure we're gonna make it all back what we take from him. How does well, actually I'll probably start you know, a bit lower and then haggle. So I was like, how does 6,000 feel to you?
She says it feels like a cold stab in the dark. I was thinking more to the tune of 20.
I'm gonna kind of chuckle.
Let me get this straight. You want me to front load all of the risk with all of my ships, everything that I built over the past 10 years, on one venture to take out the most bloodthirsty, heartless, loathsome piece of shit on this coast. Somebody who we've all been avoiding for the past 7 years, and you want me to do that for half of the amount of money that I just made in the Valenrethian Empire running wine shipments and making sure they didn't sink for 2 months.
Well, well, the risk might not be quite so intense as you believe, but I think we can settle something for something a little closer to 12, with a reasonable bonus if the risk ends up being greater than I planned for.
I tell her we also have a leader in our ranks with the, you know, a jaw like a cliff face. as you put it.
Okay. She says she's like, huh. 16.
And I'm just gonna kind of look at Sai for a moment, and then
I think you missed this part of the conversation.
I then kind of look at Sai for a moment, then look at her, and then just it's gonna slowly dawn on me. I'm like, oh no, she's gonna do this in the darkness.
She says 16, 30 if I lose a quarter of my ships. Then I'm barely breaking even.
How if I look at her, is that like seem like she's being completely honest about that?
Roll perception.
All right, perception
Doesn't need to be a good one.
is
She's not trying to
5.
hide much.
That's not a
Not
great roll.
That's actually you can re-roll that one because she's really not trying to pull a wool. Yeah. So yeah, she's being sincerely earnest. Like she's just worried about her livelihood.
Yeah, then I'll agree to that. Yeah, that sounds fair.
Okay. So she says,
And I'll kind of raise my glass.
And a night alone with either her, and points to Saya, or the cliff face man, which you mentioned earlier.
Called us out, haven't you?
I'm just gonna say.
I'm just thinking like, oh shit, that backfired.
I'm gonna say, well, that's their business. Although the cliff face shouldn't be too hard to convince.
Backfired? Have you seen this woman?
Well, you know, Saya might not be into the ladies.
That's just true. That's true.
We don't really know yet.
That's true.
And I don't know.
At the very least, I don't think Saya wants to be bought. I just say.
Yeah, there's that too.
I'm gonna say that. I'm just saying that. Well, that's between you and them. Although I don't imagine Cliffface is gonna provide too much resistance.
That's gonna be his new.
And I'm gonna kind of give her like fairly obvious like. I mean, you know how you look.
Yeah, she just like shrugs.
And I'm just gonna say, I do have one question for you though. What do you do if someone tries to stab you in the stomach or the side?
She says, "Oh, like in the bar? Oh, these are my going out clothes. You don't find any trouble here. Anyone pulls a knife, they're generally,
set upon quite quickly."
Yeah.
Josiah's
like, that armor is so impractical.
What are you talking about? Armor? It's barely even clothes, David.
It could be magically enchanted to provide protection. Who knows?
I mean, I have battle armor.
And support. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Decimus is out in robes right now.
That's true.
Yeah, but that's what you normally wear, right?
She was like, "Have you felt how hot it is here? It's ridiculous."
As I'm like dying in my armor.
Yeah, you're like sweating buckets. She says, "Look at you."
See, what you guys can't see is that Decimus has air conditioning going on inside of his robes. That's why he's never sweating. He's got air conditioning going.
Binding AC.
Yeah. It's just got a nice, consistent, cool airflow going on there.
All right.
Like everyone is like sweating and awful, and Decimus completely
I'm gonna stand. I'm gonna stand up and say, well, I think Cliffface is probably getting pretty bored, so maybe we should head down.
When? I'm gonna say, when will you be ready to sail?
She's like, I can be ready to sail tomorrow, as long as you give me time to get over this hangover.
I'll drink to that and raise my glass.
All right, she's happy with that.
So when I probably spend a bit of time filling her in on the full plan.
Mm-hmm.
So that she's not surprised, but like I'll probably wait, like see if we can get somewhere where we're less likely to be overheard.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that happens.
If there's like a meeting room.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that happens, and her eyes widen a little bit, but she nods calmly, says, "All right, we can make it work. Just meet me at the docks tomorrow, and we'll get going."
And I'm gonna I'm also gonna ask her specifically, like, if she knows of a place we can disembark safely, to head out there, or if we should head out from here.
He says between here and his cove, not really, and that's how he's designed it.
I thought as much. All right. Then when we get back, I might. I'll probably spend the night on the ship.
Mhm.
But I'd ask Darthus to probably start sending his troops, the troops that are going to go with us, on ahead, because we three can ride and catch up faster than the troops.
Mhm.
Okay, I can do that.
And just tell them, heavy cloaks, pad their armor, so you're not jangling, and be discreet and stay out of sight as much as possible.
Okay, I'll try my best to. All right, I'll head up around the cove. I'll probably leave a couple of men there just to kind of hold down the fort with the ships
Mhm.
for a little while.
But I would like the majority to ride ahead, just so that we're not getting there and having to wait a long time for them to catch up before we do this little
Cool.
push.
All right, I'll head out with them then.
And I'm gonna probably arrange a signal with my binding users,
Mhm.
so that they can, that we can make so that they will know when to attack.
Yeah. Okay. You can do a coloured flame if you wish.
Something that wouldn't be seen. Well, I want to make sure that something wouldn't be visible much from where from the cove. Something I can do from above.
Okay. That might be harder to do.
Yeah. So it's kind of like I'll probably just do like I don't know, maybe like a flash of light from, because the cove opens out to the sea. So if I put the flash, sort of a flash of light from back toward, so that it's not as visible.
Yeah.
It's not as easy to figure out what it is.
Okay. You could send a binding shockwave that only binding users could feel, but that's all.
But I just don't want. Yeah. Oh, that's why I want something specific, because I actually I just want, maybe I'll just do like a little small spout of flame straight up.
Okay.
And they'll see it. Just kind of like a little, like a small flare going up that they'd be able to see from the water.
Sounds
Because
good.
I plan to do the attack at nighttime.
Sounds doable.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
So I'm going to do the attack at night time. I'm just going to enter this in, so I know what I'm doing. Attack at night time. Okay. Right. Okay. So morning comes the next day. Your plans are set in motion. Okay. You're heading down the coast, but you first have to meet Asha on the docks, and she does turn up, and her ships follow her around the corner, and there's about 20 ships there. And Darthus is the first time you've seen her, and she just immediately just winks at you as her ship goes past.
I'm suitably impressed with the whole kind of image that's going on at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't wink. I'll give her an approving nod as she goes past.
Yeah. Cool.
As I see this, I'm like, probably, maybe. Nah, I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything either.
No, that's like that's what
We'll
process.
see what
Should
happens.
I? Well, just this will be funnier.
I see what you guys are doing. Okay, fine.
Well, I mean, I want her to win you over on her own merits, or by getting you really drunk.
Or by presuming that I'm a paid lay. Any of the above.
Oh, you don't know that yet.
I don't know that. That's true. That's true. I don't know.
You have no idea what's going on, and
As
Decimus is more than happy to just let things go as they go. He's not going to get involved
Yeah,
in this.
I mean,
further.
it might not happen either, and that's fine too.
She might get a little forward with Saya. We never know.
Maybe overtakes her fancy. Right. So you guys are on the ship, so you? or you?
Well, no, the three of us
Really?
are going by land to catch
Okay.
up to your troops
That's what.
because we're going to take the cove, take whoever's in the cove out, and then have our troops follow us in to prepare an ambush for whoever returns from the encounter with our boats after the boats flee when they get too close.
Okay. Let's take the 20 foot soldiers that we have with us to do the ambush, and then we can sneak in otherwise, and the other 10
Yeah.
can handle with with Ash's men. I think that'll be enough.
So yeah, like the troops are going to lay low until we give them the signal to come back into the into the cove.
Cool.
Yep. Sounds good.
Kind of like what we did before with Tanner, except that we'll actually have backup.
Okay. yeah. That was a flawed plan. Worked though. So
Yeah.
okay, let's get going. I'm quite keen to get on. I'm kind of raring for a fight, having been stood on a boat for a few hours.
I
Cool.
imagine you spent some time gambling and carousing with your troops.
I did, but you don't know that. So
I mean, I'm assuming.
I had a good.
And I didn't hear any bells ringing from the port, so I assume you didn't start attacking passerbys.
No fires or screaming men or women. It's great. It was a good night.
Yeah.
Successful all round. So
Surprisingly so.
I know. Cool. Right, let's head out then.
I like how surprised we all are that things are going according to plan.
Yeah, so far, but the plan hasn't actually started yet, really, is it?
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
usually by this point, things have already started going wrong.
Yeah, that's true.
To be fair, you're still alive, and you've got this massive fucking fortress, and you've got a lot of money behind you from.
Oh no,
washing up on the shore.
I meant on a session-to-session basis.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
individually at the time, it seems to go quite badly.
Yeah.
And then,
It all works out in the end.
Well,
But
you shall see.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think we've got a
Yes.
solid plan. So.
this might be a bad sign if things seem to be going well.
that's
Maybe
true.
that just means they'll go
Yeah.
wrongly.
Let's get going. Let's
Never
do
know.
it.
That's
Yeah.
feeling
I agree.
for once.
Down
Alright.
for-
So, you guys are heading down the coast.
Mhm.
It takes you all day to get to where you need to go.
Okay.
And eventually, Asha pulls up to you on one of her ships and just calls over and says, if you want to take him by surprise, we go out to sea and then we circle back in again.
All right, I would have let her know about the signal between the binding users.
Yeah, she still
So
says the
she-
same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say her now, but I would have let her know before she left, just so she knows what to look for as well.
Cool. Yeah, she's fine with that.
Awesome. So we're going for stealth here, aren't we, guys?
Yes,
That's the
which
goal.
is why you padded your arm.
Yes, and I will leave Daybring at home because it specifically says you can't sneak while using it. So we'll leave that for now.
You can leave it with your troops,
I will.
so that when they come and
They come back
and
in.
we're no longer being stealthy.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. But yeah, having a flaming sword that is like nearly the size of me is not stealthy at all. So it's quite shiny.
It's not that much less stealthy than you normally are, but I suppose.
It just doesn't help. Is the thing.
Yeah,
I
I mean, it's
and it just doesn't.
it's pretty much a guaranteed failure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So let's
Let's go.
shall we?
yeah, I'm ready.
So, before we get into the actual cove itself, or as we're about to enter into the cove, I'll put up my signal.
Okay. Signal goes up and they're ready to go. They are ready to go. I need to do one roll first before we.
Well, before we do when I'm going to cast a signal, I'm going to use Binder's Acumen,
Mhm.
which lets me 3 times per session attempt to disguise a binding roll.
Okay.
Right, from binding users and sentinels. If
Cool.
they can't see if they can't see me casting, I can attempt that. It'll hide it completely if I succeed.
Go for it.
If they can see it, then I can make it look like it's something else. Like I can look like I'm about to cast a fire spell when I cast like lightning.
Okay.
And it's kind of like disguise checks in D&D, where it's up to you how well it worked.
Mm-hmm.
even if it succeed, even if it failed, if it's a weak spell, it might still succeed. Or if there's someone like really powerful who's like paying attention for this, they might see it anyways. So yeah, it's up to your discretion.
Okay.
You don't tell me if it worked or not,
Okay.
because I can feel it. Ooh, look at that.
Oh, okay.
That'd be a binding overcharge, then, wouldn't it?
Well, it's a skill, not a spell. So
Okay.
crits are actually good on skills. Luckily.
Yeah, it's a good thing you rolled that right then.
You guess?
It'd just be for a fire burst, which fails, which I'm gonna have to try to cast again.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm having some
Oh, shit.
performance issues here.
Technical difficult.
Yeah.
The flare has defeated me.
There.
Oh,
Now
shit.
I'm on my fucking
No.
firework. Oh god.
Oh, shit.
So at least
All goes.
hopefully they won't know it's a binding spell, but there's definitely some.
With a natural
I feel
one, like, yeah,
Oh,
well, you did mask
I mean,
it, but you got
I
a
did
natural. You then got a natural one rolling to do it. So whatever you describe has to be something fucking. It's not a binding spell, but it's like they've just seen like a goat or something just go flying into the air and like it's.
well,
fucking-
just imagine I've accidentally shot off. Like, just think, going over the bay, kind of a Lord of the Rings style,
Like fire
the
dragon.
Gandalf's dragon
Oh my
firework,
god.
kind of go sweeping,
Oh.
like kind of sweeping around the bay, and then like kind of,
Well, you still get the message.
yeah, it was definitely not what I was intending. I'm just like kind of like,
Yeah,
oh,
I feel like I'm watching Decimus, and it's like fizzle, fizzle, fizzle.
and I was just kind of like almost fall over. It's like, shit.
I'm just going to turn to you,
Wow.
Decimus, and say, don't ever laugh at me for not being subtle again, please.
Yeah.
Just,
Well, luckily, the thing is, from where we're standing, they can't actually see from the cove where this came from.
no, but
Basically, this thing kind of just descended into the cove and kind of flew around.
right, okay. But yeah,
But it's definitely a bit more opulent than I was intending.
a little. I agree with you.
Well,
Cool. Right, I guess we should head out fairly sharpish then before they come and investigate where
yeah.
that came from.
Decimus is having a moment of just, fuck, really? And it's like,
I'm very amused.
It's pretty fun.
alright. So then, yeah, and we're heading in.
Bit of
And
iron.
moving.
Like, enjoy. Right, let's go. Darthus is really like pent up at the moment.
Cool. So, are you going to take your advice and go out to sea and then swing back in?
Oh, no, Darthus is with us. He left the ships to go.
Yeah.
He's leading the troops that are
I'm
I was
going to.
asking, like Decimus and Sire. And...
Oh right.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that we'll listen to the very experienced person that we are paying a lot of money to. So
We've
Yeah.
already disembarked from the ships.
Ah, so she's going to do that then. She's
Yeah,
just
we're
going
all
to swing
together,
out. She's just going to swing
Yeah.
out. I must have missed that when you broke up. Yeah, she
Sorry,
just...
when we left the ships.
Mhm.
Sorry, I thought you meant when we were walking along, like we were, because we left the ships at the cove.
Yeah. Ah,
And,
right, okay. And you've just gone
So
marching along.
because we were gonna go on foot the whole way there,
Mhm.
so that's why I had the troops leave ahead so we could catch up to the troops, but
Okay.
they'd have a head start.
Okay.
So the ships aren't waiting.
So yeah, you arrive at the cove with about 30 men, and you're squatting in the undergrowth, looking down into the cove, and you can see far behind you, 20 ships have disappeared, and you can see the last of them going off into the sunrise, like out to sea, and they should turn back pretty soon.
Yeah, I think let's find the entrance. Preferably, I'd like Saya to find the entrance, so if she spots any guards, she can silence them.
Okay.
yeah.
So we can sneak in unhindered.
Okay. So, Saya, you have received that instruction. so to speak, from what you're going to do.
I Can we see the entrance from where we are?
No. But basically, the cove is far, far, far below you, but there are ways to get to it from the.
Okay.
Part here.
I'll just scout ahead then until I can see something.
Okay. So, you're scouting ahead, and you see there is a sheer drop here, which isn't great, but there is a staircase and a winch lift built into the side of the cliff here.
Okay, am I supposed to be looking at a cliff? Because I see Asunder.
Yeah, no. You're supposed to just see Asunder. Like, I'm not.
Okay, you're just kind of describing it.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were pointing at things.
No.
Okay. Then I will.
I was gonna say the same thing. Like, so is the cliff the main?
Yeah, I'll take the stairs down.
Okay.
The lift might be loud.
Cool.
And, if someone's at the other end of it, then they might notice it's moving or whatever.
It might take pause.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can slip down there quite easily. If that's what you want to do. You're gonna have to roll 10 speed checks, almost 10
Okay.
sneaking checks.
1 second. That was 10 speed.
Yeah.
Fucking 3 fails and a ridiculous crit. God damn it. I'm glad I wasn't casting actual spells there. 'Cause
Those all pass.
Yeah, so you're fine. So you scramble down the cliff, like, pretty quickly. And you're catching... It's dusk now, so you're catching the darkness, so you're just, like, following the dark paths down there. Wherever the sun doesn't shine, you're there. And finally, you reach a part where you're grabbing on with your strength, and you turn around, and you can see a guard that you can spring onto who's looking out into the bay.
Alright, I'm gonna look around really quick. Do I notice anyone else?
No, you notice like a few huts that are up here built into the cliff face, and there's also staircases going down into the cove proper.
Okay, I'll jump down onto the guard.
Are you gonna try and kill him?
Yeah, I'll pull out my dagger first.
Okay.
I might even have a... Do I have an ability that lets me jump down on people?
I thought you did.
No, that's not until I level up. Not until level 8.
Hey, are you gonna try to slide him into the water? If you do, puncture his lungs.
Yeah, I'll just do a normal jump on him sort of attack.
Cool.
So...
If you puncture his lungs, he will sink.
How
Keep
many-
fractions, that's it. And then he'll float.
Oh, I have 4.
He's so bad.
They all pass.
Cool. So yeah, you slam down onto his head and ram your knife.
I probably
through
got
it.
my dagger out, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like he's dead already, like before he hits the ground, with no sound whatsoever.
And then, like, once I land on him, I do like a quick look around again to see if I see anyone else. Do I see anyone else?
No, you don't.
Alright, then I will pull him out of sight. Like, I'll hide the body somewhere.
Okay.
And, so it's not like Elder Scrolls where it's like, oh, that must have been my imagination, and there's a corpse right next to
What's that in? Okay. So you pull the corpse around the back way somewhere. And you look up and you see like Decimus and Darthus looking down at you like, is it clear? That sort of look on their face.
Yeah, it looks clear, right?
Yeah, looks clear.
So I'll nod to them.
Are we gonna take the lift? I'm gonna gesture towards the lift, see if you think it's safe to do that, or if we're gonna have to climb or take the stairs.
Can I see where the lift ends?
Yeah, you can go to the lift and then look down the shaft.
Yeah, I'll go there.
It's all open air, but it's all hugging the wall. And you can see at the bottom of the shaft there's 2 guards standing there.
Okay, then I will point to the lift and no, like I'll shake my head no.
All right, I'll nod, and so we'll head towards the staircase. You said it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Down there after Decimus then. Make our way down.
Yeah, like quietly, but not like. I assume that she's more or less cleared the way, so we're not like having to be super sneaky.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to tell, I'm going to tell the troops like we'll send the we'll send the lift up for you guys when we've cleared it out.
Sounds good.
Yeah, because they know they're here for the ambush, not for the infiltration.
Filtration path. Yeah. I'll tell them to keep watch up there.
Okay.
Standard formation.
Yep. So they hunch down in perfect order, so like in a block. But this they're like it looks like comedic, like in a perfect square of
just
sneaking
a
dudes.
casual mass of people.
Yeah, a perfect square of sneaking dudes.
Yeah.
So Darthus and Decimus, you need to roll speed checks to clamber down this cliff face.
How many?
10 each.
I thought there was
10. Right, okay. This isn't going to go well, so... Let me just have a quick scan at stuff. I think I might do, you know. I'll hang out.
Does Darkness like take a step or two and be like, oh wow,
And then
I'm really
think,
loud, and just think,
Wait. I missed that.
Okay.
Fucking
I'll
roll
look at
20
the
being
clip
fucking
face, and then-
stupid again. Can you please repeat what you just said? I can't fucking believe this website. Can you please just repeat what you
roll
said?
20 being stupid, but I can't hear you now.
You there?
Fuck this website, honestly. Hello?
It cut him off.
Hello.
Hello. Right.
Ah,
What did you say again, Dan?
I'm based on past performances. I think I'm going to stay up at the top where I'm more qualified. Was basically the gist.
Okay.
So
and I think we're going to send the lift up for him as well.
yeah, got it. All right, Decimus, you're going to sneak down there, aren't you?
Yes.
10 rolls, please.
Oh, I was 100.
Wait.
You're falling.
Well, well, I thought 99 was the bad crit, but 100 is just a fail.
100 is a fail, but it's a very, very, very bad fail.
Oh, okay. Because I got a crit as well.
Yeah,
and all but one passed.
So you got a crit fail, a normal crit, and all but one passed. How high is your speed?
9.
Okay, so yeah, you're falling for a while, and you with your 2, you grab onto a loose bit of root that's sticking out, and you manage to jump off and just land kind of quietly on top of the right next to Saya, and Saya's like looking at you like you're just a piece of shit.
I was like, I'm gonna get a gesture towards my
Well-
boat, and my like fucking practically slippers because I'm Valerian.
I think.
I'm like, do these look like climbing clouds?
Well, maybe you should have thought ahead.
Yeah.
I didn't think I'd have to clamber down a cliffside. It's always been convenient. The last.
By the way,
there
I
was a
wasn't-
convenient entrance.
I wasn't looking at you like you're a piece of shit. I was more amused, but like kind of grateful that you salvaged it.
I was like, I like he's a little embarrassed about what just happened after leaving Darthus up there to not fall on his ass. So he's kind of a little defensive about this.
Yeah,
Like,
I look up.
"Look at what I'm
I look
wearing."
up and see what Darthus thinks about this.
I'm
Are you
just-
like?
I'm just looking over the edge, smirking. Just quite smug at the moment.
I hope that your troops will see you do this, and then maybe like, sir, this isn't quite so stealthy. Maybe the smoking on the edge is visible.
I'm enjoying the fact that there have been 2 instances where you've done what I would normally do in this session, which is, Darth is happy about that. He's
Yeah.
not afraid of bad attention.
Okay. Well, let's
It's good.
let's get further in, I guess. What else do we see?
The cliff is pretty sheer. Did he actually see my little fall, or did it look like I was climbing very?
No, you're not getting away with this. Yeah, he saw you.
It was worth a shot.
He saw. Alright, so yeah, you where do you want to look, Saya? You're on this platform. Where do you want to look?
All right. I'm just going to look around. Like, where's my end goal? Is it down?
Down, yeah.
All right. Just how do I get down then?
Lift. Is there another way?
Besides that.
You can
imagine there's
continue
ways.
climbing. down the road.
All right, I'll just continue climbing down then.
Is there not paths at this point? Like, do they have to have their own sentries clambering around the rocks?
No, but they will be walking around different parts of the place that are theirs. You know what I mean? So if you want to avoid them, you'll have to avoid
Yeah.
the actual spaces where they are.
Yeah, I'm just gonna climb down and stick sort of close by the thing, the lift. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Whenever I
Oh,
see
sorry.
someone near the lift, I'll try and take them out and hide them.
Okay. You know,
Just kind of clearing the path
or near the lift. So. You know,
until the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll just climb down. So
Okay.
is that 10 more speed?
Yes. 10 more
Okay.
speed checks.
Those are all good, and I got a couple
Well, there's
crits in there.
190.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
4
Decimus,
crits.
if you're going as well, then you need to roll.
He's gonna sigh quietly, shake his head, and then.
you just see this beautiful flawless maneuvering.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of glance as she's going down, see if I can spot where the good handholds and
Yeah,
footholds are. that
you're just
she's
seeing like
blown
Assassin's
down.
Creed style fucking, you know, backpedaling down this cliff face.
Yeah, I'm not gonna even try that. I'm just gonna like, okay, that looked like it was a good handhold. That looked like it was a good handhold. I don't know what the fuck she just tried there, but I'm definitely not doing that. That looks like a good handhold. And as I'm watching you go down, that's like what's going through his head. So let's see
Yeah.
if he can make it down this time.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Except for the 98 and the
Yeah,
crit.
No, you make it down there a lot slower. You make it down there.
I'm not quite flying down, but you know,
No,
I'm not necessarily clambering down.
no, you're fine. You get to the bottom. Saya, you are clinging to the cliff face, and you can see
Okay.
the 2 guards have not moved below you. So,
All right. And is Decimus near me now?
yes.
Okay, I'm going to point down to the 2 guys.
Alright, and I assume we're both gonna try to jump down and take them.
It's up to you.
I'm gonna like point to the right one, and then just that, and then like kind of like raise an eyebrow, like trying to figure out if that's what you're planning.
I'll kind of give you this like, you know,
I'll sort
like
of shrug
shrug
and-
a little bit, and you know, because I don't know if you've ever jumped off of a cliff onto someone before.
I probably, I mean, it's gonna be interesting.
Okay, well, so you pointed at the guy on the right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or whichever one I guess is closer to me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll kind of do like a silent countdown with my fingers.
I'm gonna like try not to sigh deeply, and then try to get myself ready to do this as best I can.
Yeah. I mean, jumping is the hard part. All right. So what?
Landing is the hard part.
What are we rolling?
Rolling.
I mean, the most mentally hard part.
You're rolling on speed and then close combat.
Okay, so 1
5
speed,
speed.
and then
5 speed, 5 close combat.
okay. I
Yeah,
failed 1.
You're fine, but
Okay.
yeah,
I
and Decimus,
too.
you're fine. So I'll do close combat. 5 close combat, Saya.
5?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Shit. But I got a crit too. So.
Yeah.
Mm.
And Decimus.
I'm gonna do my fighter's essence, so I get the 10 for my stat because I don't want to try to do this with the 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, fair enough.
So yeah, that's a crit and 3 passes and another 100. Wow, we rolled almost this, quite similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Saya, you like kill both of them as you come in, and Decimus, you just like ball into the back of them and send them sprawling over the floor. And yeah, so that happens.
Alright. So I look around. Do I see any other guys?
No, you don't see any of the guys for the moment.
Okay.
But around
I'm-
you can see there are several bar-like places, and there is a warehouse down there, and there is a wharf right in front of you, heading out of the cove. You can see the fading sun streaming in through the mouth of the cove. It's that blood red.
Okay.
And in the far, far, far distance, let me finish. You can see a few sails way out there that are coming in.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I want to hide these bodies again.
Okay.
Can I just like throw them down the hole? That might be loud.
You're at the bottom of the hole.
Oh, okay. I'll just find somewhere to stash them.
I'll help her with that.
You can put them in the wharf, I guess.
Well,
Okay.
if we do that, I'm sure Saya knows how to keep a body from floating too much.
Are you thinking this might not take too much time because the ships are on their way? These are trained fucking pirates. They're not going to be like,
forget
oh,
it. I'll just kind of drag them immediately out of the way, and then
just like into a little nook somewhere.
Okay,
somewhere
that's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
And then
I mean, like to make it so they don't float. If you pierce the lungs on a freshly killed corpse, it'll sink. It's just after it rots for a bit, it'll start floating up.
Well, I don't think I'm throwing them in the water. I'm just clearing them from the immediate path of the lift, so that our guys don't trip over them when we bring them down.
That's fair enough.
So I kind of look at Decimus. Do you see that? Do you think it's about time? Should we?
Have the ships in the cove, or like from these pirate ships, have they left yet? Just to go engage?
No. The ships are still there. You're still looking at the ships.
I'm gonna do this and then point to the ship. Watch, Era.
You can just whisper, wait.
Yeah, it's like,
Fucking roll 20. Fuck my eyes. I'm sorry, guys. Nothing I can do. Sorry. Are you still there? Hello?
you
What?
flip it again.
There you
There
are.
you go. Fucking roll 20. I'm done with this fucking website, honestly. We'll find another way of rolling dice. We will find another way of rolling dice.
What we were saying just now is that Decimus was telling me to wait until
The ships are out of the harbor, so until they're far enough
Yeah.
away that it doesn't look like that they can't immediately come back and take care of us before they worry about the other ships. We want them just far enough out that the ships is their most urgent thing to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
So that they're close enough that if they try to turn around and run back, they're just going to be completely exposed.
Okay. Sounds good to me. So, what is it you guys actually want to do right at the second?
To kind of scout around a little bit, see what it is we're dealing with.
yeah,
Okay.
and keep watch.
Yeah, so you can see around that there is a warehouse and there are pirates moving around, milling around. And there is one very opulent ship there as well, among many. But this one looks like it has a full band of instruments on the deck of the boat. And there's constant music down here, like chimes and flutes and pipes and all sorts.
Mm-hmm.
So there are a few around, but you can tell that there's a bit of a party going on somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I think I'm just gonna lay low, make sure that we're out of sight, make sure the bodies are out of sight, and watch for people getting too close.
Yeah. Okay. There are a few coming down. There's like 3, I'd say, coming into the clearing.
Yeah.
Is there places first that we'd be able to hide?
Yes, there are a few crates around that you can get behind.
Yeah, hide for now.
I'm
We
with
don't-
the hiding, yeah.
We don't need them to know that we're there until they're, enough of them have set out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't see you, so...
I'm surprised they're not keeping watch more, considering what the explosion that happened outside.
They just saw basically this dragon firework go off. So yeah, there's a few of them around, but they're not going to stop a party because of fucking fire. Like most of them, like,
Yeah,
hey,
but-
did you set that off? And I'm on yeah. You know, one of the dickheads is probably fucking taking credit for it. Like, yeah, it's me, man. Yeah. So,
Pretty true, yeah.
The main thing is I'm surprised they haven't noticed the ships. At the very least, maybe some watching more fireworks.
actually, they haven't.
Well, the fact that they're not settling forth. Well, that's what Decimus is thinking. Like, how have these people not noticed this yet?
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
Well, you can have a look out into the cove if you want.
Well, I'm kind of like occasionally like trying to peek through to see when the ships are heading
Yeah.
out.
There are already ships out there going to intercept on an intercept course with the ships that you're attacking with.
But like a
Okay.
minority, like a small amount of
Yes,
them, or
there's like 4 of them.
okay. How many ships do we have out?
20. Yeah.
So they're sending 4 ships against 20.
You don't know what they're sending them for.
Well, like from what I can see, they've sent 4 ships against our 20.
Yes. There are about 25 ships still in the mooring here.
Okay, so I'm gonna give it a bit more time because I'd like there, not to have to go up against 20 ships worth of crew
Okay.
with the 2 of us.
You can see out in the bay that, and Darkfish, you can see from the top of the crest here.
Yeah.
That your ships, as in Ash's ships, are frantically trying to get out of the way or circle around these ships. And as soon as contact is made, the 4 ships explode in a rain of magical energy that just spreads amongst the ships, and at least 8 of them go up in smoke, like absolutely go flying in this vast green and purple electric explosion that just sends shockwaves everywhere. And Decimus, you nearly faint with the force of this, like the actual binding backlash that comes off of it. And you can feel your apprentices on the boats just faint straight away. They just drop.
I'm just gonna like hope that that someone takes care of, like wakes them up so they can help repair the damage. But there's not much I can do.
Pirates start streaming out of buildings as an alarm bell goes off, and they start manning the ships. And about 20 of them are heading directly for your location, mainly to run past, but they're going to see you from where you are right now.
Let's see what we can do.
It's almost like you need reinforcements at the moment.
What can I do? Wondering if I should try to teleport us somewhere more less visible, or if we should try to sneak. I'm gonna take a look at Saya and see if, like, just quickly see if she has a plan, or if I need to move us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you don't do anything, I'm gonna try and hide.
I mean, like, is there somewhere better for us to hide that they won't see us? Like, I'm trying to see if you spotted somewhere like that. After seeing binding energy used, I don't want to.
Should I just do perception? See if I find a better place.
If you don't, then I'm gonna look for a place that I can teleport us to, if I have to.
Right.
So I guess we're both rolling perception.
Okay.
I thought so. Oh, dear.
Yeah, I don't see anywhere we can go.
Oh dear.
Oh shit.
So yeah, they stream around the corner.
Well, I might just teleport. I'm probably gonna try to teleport us back up to where we were.
Okay.
Then, because if we're not seeing anywhere, because I know that spot, we were just there, so I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna roll the teleport, and then I'm gonna try to disguise it.
Mm-hmm.
To hide the fact that we're teleporting. So here's the 1-2 teleport,
Mm-hmm.
and here's the disguise. So they both pass. It's not
Mm-hmm.
a great one, but luckily they can't see it. Luckily they're not looking right at me while I'm doing this.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna teleport us back up to where we were before.
Okay.
You're
You're gonna have to scramble to grab onto the cliff face. Whilst you're there.
The platform where she killed the sentry. I mean.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm not just going to teleport us right onto the side.
Okay.
Danger cloak.
We're just like, hey guys, just midair. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So that's probably disorienting as hell. Whoa.
It absolutely is, because I basically like grabbed your back and pulled you through as I grabbed your back and then teleported up. So suddenly you're there. So I didn't have time to tell you what I was doing.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden we're up on that other platform. I'm grabbing you so you don't like fall from being teleported, but
Right.
it's definitely not.
It's like whoa.
It's not a super pleasant experience if you haven't done it before.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So you'll feel slightly nauseous.
If you've done it before, it feels great.
I mean, it's still not pleasant. It's just less unpleasant.
All right. So we've teleported. Yeah.
You feel a slight wave of nausea as you teleported up there, but hopefully we're out of sight for now.
Okay.
Yeah. You can see that the pirates are now clambering onto their ships, and you can see one pirate in particular with like a long, languishing purple coat on. They just stride onto the main large ship and starts directing the band that's there, and then he just slams down his directing sticks and goes back to the helm of the ship and then pulls it around, and it just starts, leading all of the ships out of the cove.
Okay. So, I guess I look at Decimus and I say, "Is it almost time?"
I'm gonna say we wait till they're about half, taking out these guys.
Okay. So.
We can rely on waiting for them to come back as a trap. It seems that there's a powerful binding user. Pattern.
Fuck you, Roll20. Once again. Last time ever on this channel, I think, for Roll20.
Hello?
Hello, yeah. This is the last time we're ever using Roll20, I think. Like, I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done with it.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we're just waiting for the ships to get out a little bit.
But I'm telling Saga that I'm changing the plan somewhat, because I'm not going to pit my apprentices up against whoever that is that sent those ships to explode. So I'm gonna when we start the attack, I'm gonna start it right off in earnest with a power, and start channeling.
Okay.
Once they're about halfway through, so that the channeler on the ship will feel me, attacking his base with it. But still need to deal with the ships that we have out, because I don't want to leave I don't want to leave our people to just get murdered by this channeler.
Okay.
So it's not going to be a big trap anymore. So it's like as soon as we can, we'll send the lift up to get our troops up or down here.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. So can we skip to when they're out a little bit? Okay.
Yeah. Skip to where all that is happening.
All right. So once they're out far enough, I grab the lift motion to our soldier guys, who are probably wondering how we got all the way back up here so fast. And
yeah, a little bit.
Well, they're not. I don't know. I hope Arthas wasn't watching the whole time.
No, I was doing lookout at the top, wasn't I? Like a good boy.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we all get into the lift and head down.
Well, I probably just send it up for them, with and let's just scroll into the lift, because the lift goes right to where he was, and just scratch into the wood of the lift, head down and start attacking.
Are you trying to give Darthus a subtle message?
No, I'm not giving him any sort of subtle. I'm scratching it in big letters. Come and attack, and it's gonna be pretty, He's gonna see the lift coming up without people on it, and then a big ass, like in fucking big letters, scratch into it. Come attack.
Darthus, yeah, even Darthus would not miss that, I guess. So yeah, you see that, and you're like, oh, finally, for fuck's sake. And you look down to the rest of your dudes, and like, can we stop crouching now?
Yeah. So I guess they all get in. The lift comes down.
But I think. Sorry. Go ahead.
I want to jump on the lift as it's going down. Super cool, like.
We're not big enough to hold.
Well, we would have had to go down to the lift, I think.
Oh, no, we just come to you.
Yeah.
We'd had to go down the lift to send it up to them.
You guys would need to go all the way down though, because you're not scaling the cliffside.
No, but Sai and I would have had to go down to the bottom of the lift to send the lift up to them with the message.
Would we? We can't just access it from wherever.
I'm sure there's like a winch on the second
If
level.
there's a platform with a winch on the platform we're on, then yeah, we can do it that way.
There is, yeah.
Okay, then.
Yeah, I figured there was.
Okay.
So, yeah, as the lift is going down, I jump on, and we all ride down.
I'll probably, as you jump on, I'll probably just step on.
Is the lift big enough for all of us to get on, Dean, or do I need to send...
You need to go on 2 trips.
2 trips, okay. I'll send a trip full of men, and I'll stay up with the lot at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Once we get down, I'll start sending it back up.
Okay. Cool. Are you going to do anything, like, as it's come back up? Or?
Well, I think we're going to start the attack as soon as we can.
Go for it.
I'm worried for my apprentices and for our ships.
Okay.
In that order.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll wait for the lift to come back up, and you guys can do whatever you want in the meantime if you want to do something.
Cool.
Yeah. I think it is time to. I think I'm going to start off with a fairly. Are there any ships left in the harbor?
No, they're all leaving the harbor now.
Okay. Is there a gunpowder store?
You'd need to look for it. I'm not just going to tell you.
Yeah, I'll take a look to see if I can spot where the gunpowder's, if there's barrels of gunpowder out. My perception is 5.
So no, you do not find any gunpowder.
Alright, well then is there people knitting, sails being mended?
There is no one, everyone's gone out to meet this threat because it's quite
are there sails out that are being mended?
Yes. No ropes and sails.
Alright, I probably will just start setting that shit on fire then.
Okay.
Just because I'm at this point.
All of the dwellings are wood. I mean.
Oh, all of it is wood?
Yeah, it's built into the cliffside.
Okay, then then maybe not. Maybe it's.
I'll just find this rope down here, and.
Yeah, are there like torches and stuff around? If I see Decimus doing that, I'll start setting shit on fire too.
Well, no. If the whole place is made of wood, I'm not going to start setting it on fire.
Okay.
To your left, you can see there's fire spreading across the water, and it catches quite a few of the Symphony ships that go up, and a few of the musical. Chimes over there. It's like, and then it explodes. There's a few of them that just explode. As the fire finds their magazines.
I'm gonna start casting frost pillars. I think to just get the attention of the channelers now that they're engaged on whoever is left here.
Okay. There's a few normal pirates milling around, but they're mainly the craftsmen, things like that. So
I'll focus on the pirates. I'm not going to start murdering craftsmen if I can avoid it.
Well, that's all that's left. He's taking the pirates with him to go and fight.
I thought you said there was a few milling around.
There's a few craftsmen milling around.
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, what can I do to get his attention? I didn't think they'd send all of them.
Well, what's the range of your channeling?
Like my longest spell right now is not nearly long enough. Or I can make a wormhole that is
what?
That is anything in sight range. It makes a 10-foot disc that's kind of a wormhole, and as long as I can see it, so I could actually probably open up a wormhole into the middle of one of their right in front of one of their ships and have it dump right into the harbor and just like section out part of their ship as they sail through it.
I mean, I don't see any other options right now if there's no one left.
I think I'm going to try to do that. That should be pretty cool, actually.
Okay.
And I'm not going to try to disguise it. So basically, I'm going to make a wormhole from kind of the water
Mm-hmm.
in the bay, in the bay, and in front of one of the ships, preferably the big one if possible.
Yeah.
And yeah, just put a 10-foot disc that just transports anything that goes into it,
10
back
foot?
into that.
Okay.
10-foot disc.
That's not
10-foot diameter. It's not a huge one, but it's a noticeable channeling, and it's gonna fuck up the center of a ship if you put a 10-foot hole through the center of a ship.
Yep, go for it.
Oh no!
Alright, so I'm not gonna give you a reroll there. Because it makes for a better role playing experience if there was no reroll there.
Okay,
So,
I'm gonna have. Well, I still have to roll on finding the table.
yeah, roll the backlash after I told you what's gonna happen because you
Okay.
might die or something. Probably not, but you never know. So you roll to do this, and you start to like power up, and you eventually go haha, and you put in the wormhole, and it opens up, and you see around saying like, "Alright, okay, get ready, okay, because the ship's gonna come through," and you're like, "Oh shit!" and you get sucked in like straight away.
You cut out. Sorry, get ready because the ship's gonna what?
Gonna come in through the wormhole, and then can you hear me? Yes, honestly, honest to fucking God, how many times? This fucking thing. It's impossible. I can't do this.
Alright,
I cannot fucking do this. I cannot fucking do this. This is so fucking stupid. So fucking stupid. Hello?
Hey.
Yeah, I'm not. This is fucking stupid. Like I've been dealing with this all night, and it just can't. I can't keep a concentration and tell a fucking story and stay on top of things. I don't know what the fuck's going on most of the time in this session because of fucking roll 20. Because I miss 9 times out of 10 what's going on.
Should we switch to a different?
And just when we, well, no point because we're about to finish. But it's,
okay.
Just when we get to a point where I'm about to actually get into the rhythm, it fucking does it again. It really fucking pisses me off. Considering we're paying for this as well, this is bullshit. This fucking website's bullshit, and I'm cancelling it. They're not getting any more fucking money. I'm sorry, this is just utter shit.
If it was free, that'd be one thing, but
yeah, it's £8 a month. I mean, fuck this shit. It just no. So yeah, you open up the wormhole, and you basically get sucked in, and you're now on board the ship as it's sinking, because you're right next to a 10-foot hole that all of the water is just like pumping into.
all right.
But you did critically pass, so you can keep the wormhole on the other side open if Saya wants to jump in, and that's her choice whether she wants to.
Well, I'll leave it. I mean, I'm not going to close it immediately, just so that
You don't really have a choice when it closes now. It will close in a minute, like in a couple of seconds. It's Saya's choice now.
I'm going to let it stay open to do more damage.
Yeah.
But at this point, I'm just going to start unleashing hell on, because the channeling user can feel that that we came from the base.
Yeah. Okay.
So at this point, I'm just going to start unleashing hell on.
And this isn't unknown as well, Saya. You've seen a load of wood fly out, so the hole isn't going to go away, David. If you close it, the hole's still going to be there. So you've seen like a 10-foot square of wood or circle of wood go flying out of the wormhole, and you can see Decimus in there, like just blasted against the wall, like trying to get away from this water.
Yeah.
So you can jump in or stay where you are.
I probably wouldn't jump in.
Darthus.
I didn't really explain my plan. This could be part of my plan for all she knows.
Are you you were coming down the stairs, right? You were coming down the lift?
Down the lift, yeah.
Okay.
I'm probably near.
So you arrive, roll 5 perception checks for me.
Okay.
He's gonna jump through and just sink.
Okay, that's not bad.
Oh, hey, that was pretty good.
That's not bad. Do you know what? I'm going to give you a reroll for that.
Oh,
I'm going to give you a reroll for that. So go ahead and roll 5 more. That's not bad. Okay, that's kind of worse. So
Oh, it was 9-9.
It's still 3 crits.
that is still 3 crits, yeah.
There's 9-9 there.
I'm gonna say you walk past this thing
Okay.
to go Saya, hey Saya, and Saya's like no, and you start getting sucked towards the hole, but you are strong enough to resist if you want. But you look in there and you can see where David is. But the 99 I'm gonna do when you've decided what you're gonna do.
I think Darthus wouldn't really understand what's going on, so he would just kind of see Decimus and see him in trouble and would probably walk towards him.
Okay, so you go straight through the hole, and the hole closes up again, and Saya, you're on your own in the face.
With 20 troops.
With 20 troops behind you, looking weirdly around. Like there's a little bit of fire starting, but Saya, you're gonna have to set the fire more with the troops to get it to really burn.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just lead them into burning things.
Try not to burn too much, because we're trying to save our cargo,
Yeah, that's true.
and this whole place is made of wood.
Okay.
Tell them. They'll tell you. They'll do whatever you tell them, sire.
So, you guys are on the ship, and it is sinking. It is sinking. The room that you were in is now up to your waist in water.
Is there a hole in the ship that we can see out of, or is it kind of?
No, it's a hole that is currently covered with the ocean.
Okay. The upwards.
Up, there are stairs behind you heading upwards.
Let us head up the
I'm
stairs.
Like grab Decimus and Decimus, look, we gotta get out quick. The stairs, go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna push him in front of me.
And we're going.
Okay, so you guys wade up the stairs, and you come out, and there are 3 sailors right there, or 3 pirates right there, and they just charge straight at you.
Okay. I'm gonna try and jump out in front of Decimus, unless he's particularly keen. And
Well, I was just gonna take a swing at him
okay, you can do that if you want. Go for it.
with my weapon.
Yeah.
You've got initiative before me, so
God, I haven't actually done a melee attack in a long time.
no.
Aside from this jumping attack. All right, so I'm gonna use my other ability to give me my binding roll again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so that gives me 4 attacks.
Yeah.
4d100. Oh,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So they roll there. So you get them twice.
all right, and it's 25 damage times 2 crit with a and 4.
Cool. One of them hits the deck, and the other one, because Decimus, you rolled a 99. As you step out the room, the other one goes to swing for Darthus, misses, and whacks you straight in the head, and sends you rolling back down the stairs into the water.
Wait, Decimus already paid for his 99. Do you mean Darthus?
Darthus, sorry, yeah, Darthus.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So okay, good stuff. Good stuff.
Is he
you're not-
unconscious or is he floundering?
No, he's not unconscious. He's just not in the combat yet. So it's quite mild as 99s go because he got 2 other crits in there.
Okay. That's fine. Do you want me to take any damage for that, Dean?
No, it's fine.
No. Okay. All right.
You have head like a brick,
and chin like a cliff face.
chin like a cliff face. Man amongst men.
My beautiful chin.
Yeah.
They've ruined it. It's probably their go next, before I go.
Yeah. So they will both attack.
Well, the one guy that's left, yeah.
Yeah, he will attack. And he will get a 24 and a 40. Go ahead and try and deny what he's done. You do.
God's sake, Desmond.
You actually kill him, but you are pulled by his weight as he staggers backwards out onto the deck of the ship, and you end up falling into the band. So they're like, they're literally doing the ground force theme tune, and he just hits it, and they all go.
Drum roll, please.
They all just go, and as like you just like smash into them, and you see like an outraged voice go, "What is this?
Yeah.
And he just like, this guy just jumps down and thunders into the deck with 2 cutlasses in his hands. You just like got symbols all over you. and stuff, and blood, and trombones, and all sorts.
Just awkwardness.
Yeah,
I'm just covered in brass.
yeah. And Saya,
And I
you're,
got my foot through a drop.
Saya, back on the mainland. Are you setting fire to stuff?
Well, I'm actually looking around for things. I don't want to burn anything useful, so.
Okay. So do a perception roll for me. Just the one.
Alright.
As you
Just
look
one?
around. I do 5. Go on, do 5. 4 more.
Okay. Those all pass.
So you find as you're going around, you find in the warehouse there is a large stash of booty, the money type, not the ass type.
Yeah.
So you find there are chests all over the place with gemstones and there's,
The box type, not the booby type.
Yeah, there's gemstones
I'm gonna-
and
Booty and chests.
yeah.
Yeah.
This could be a very different conversation.
Most of it is trade supplies that they've taken from you.
Okay, I'm gonna have Darthus's troops carry the chests into a.
It's gonna take like a day.
Oh, it's gonna
Yeah.
take a day.
Yeah.
But we
Okay.
don't have to go look for it later.
Yeah. Okay, well, is that room made of wood too?
Yes.
Okay. Then, are there like independent things that I could set on fire that won't connect to?
Probably
That
not.
room.
No.
Okay, then I won't. I won't do that then.
Okay.
Do they have
Good
flares lying around anywhere?
Do they have flares? No.
Do they have any like ranged weapons pointing out?
Okay, and back outside, and with that roll again, I'd probably let you see that harpoon guns
Okay.
that have quite a large sight on them. Not there.
Yeah, I'll point those out to the troops
Okay.
and
I
say,
think
anyone
fine.
have experience?
They just look at you and like with like big massive harpoon guns. No, sire. No, we don't actually.
No, they won't have.
Well, just thought I'd ask, and I just jump on one
Okay.
myself.
So yeah, take aim at one of the ships, preferably.
Wait,
one of the-
weren't a couple of those soldiers had spent some time as sailors?
Hang on, let me just do this. Saya, go ahead and roll. That'll be your ranged attacks. Just roll ranged attacks.
Good
Fuck.
luck.
What do I don't have. I don't have range.
Well,
Oh, that's
you
not good.
should have thought of that before you jumped on the big ass harpoon gun.
She's firing at us as well, Decimus. So
Well, okay.
Hopefully she's not firing on the ship that's already sinking.
How
I'm just
many
saying.
rolls? How many rolls?
You'll get just the one.
Okay.
What she fucking harpoons start.
I mean, it's a good roll, but it's still a failure.
Yeah,
Because my range is so bad.
Decimus, you're lying there, and this roll again, Saya, for me.
Oh
Swear to
no.
God. Swear to God.
Okay, that was a lot worse.
Okay, so you're standing there, Decimus, and you're like, you're like, oh, like getting these symbols off of you, and the pirate like Robar King Clave comes towards you and goes, "Who are you?" And he raises his cutlass high, basically just to kill you straight away because you're just prone on the floor now, and you just see Darthus like appear behind you, and out of the thing and go, "No!" Go running towards you with this sword in his hand, into the back of Robar. Darthus, roll a speed check for me.
oh, well, it had to be speed, didn't it? No.
Yeah,
that's
okay.
not good.
So you just trip up and fall, as this harpoon gun just goes smashing over the side of the boat, and it splits Robar King Clave in half, and
Okay.
just sends his top half just careering down into the water, obliterated basically, and his legs just standing there, and you're both like sprayed with blood, and the harpoon starts winching in and pulling the whole ship down into the depths. And,
Okay.
so you're
I
lucky
think
that
it's
you
time
didn't.
to tell
It was actually good for you that you didn't pass that roll, or you would have been there as well.
Oh.
So yes, it paid off to be as slow as ass fucking hell.
For
so,
once.
so the ship is now being pulled under, and it was already sinking.
Alright, I think it's time for a channeling jump to a ship that is not sinking
Okay.
I'll
So
get it on
or on fire.
It's okay.
I love how even from like half a world way size is still okay. Like, it's like what the fuck. Okay. Like, if you'd have hit home, like this would have actually fucking gone into the ship and done what it's supposed to do, on a ship that didn't have your teammates on it. But
Yeah.
but with the 72 it misses and takes this guy out because it was just too far. It's just too close to where he is. So go ahead and roll your binding check, Desmond. You can hear fire all around you, like there's sounds of fighting all around you. And
We're up on deck, right?
Yes.
So I can actually look around for a ship that's either one of our ships or a ship that's not on fire.
Yeah. You can see pirates. We're gonna fight, but they're jumping off the ship that you're on straight away because it's now just being pulled under by their own harpoons.
Awkward. Are any I don't want to jump on a ship that's turning back to head back to the thing quite yet, but maybe one that's still moving to attack our people.
Do a perception roll. Cool. So yeah, you can see one definitely that you can get onto an enemy ship.
All right,
In
let's
fact, you
go.
can jump onto it. You don't need to do a teleportation roll if you don't want to.
I'm worried about Darthus.
I'll jump. Let's do it.
Cool.
I'm going to point to the ship and be like,
Oh, he's gone.
I'm gone.
I know Darthus' voice. He's gone already. He's not listening to you.
Yeah. As soon as you pointed, I'm running towards it.
Well,
I'm going to chase after him. If I have to dive in and teleport him up onto the boat.
for Valenwraith and for the Emperor.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
So
You just realise in midair that you've got your plate armor on. Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, dear.
yeah, I do. Strength roll thing?
Do you know what? Go on then. Just since you're
What?
jumping, I'll let you not do your speed. You can roll on strength.
He's,
Oh, there we
he's
are.
literally
Hey,
pulling,
Yeah.
just
strength
not even
6.
aiming.
So you realise that your legs aren't very quick, so you go bollocks to it, ho, and then you do a handstand jump with your massive powerful arms.
do a fucking flipping push-up
Yeah.
off on.
It's like
Oh
fuck
my
it,
god.
huh, and he just does this fucking handstand jump, and then midair you get your sword out and you roll onto the deck. You finally, and there's 7 pirates around you, or charging you, screaming obscenities.
This is what I like.
yeah,
Alright,
so
I'm gonna jump up behind him.
Okay, so you elegantly just daintily jump on. Darthus,
Yes.
Just
You'll be
nonchalant.
you'll be going first here. So,
Oh, okay. Right, I'm going to use Guard of the Hawk, which gives me an extra 5 damage and better AN. So let's do that. 2 crits and a
Holy
hit.
shit.
That's good. That's good.
Okay.
I'm feeling they're not feeling too healthy.
Yeah. 3 of them are just cleaved in 2, just
Okay.
in twain, boom, 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 just unison. You're behind your shield, and then disciplined volleys with your sword. You just snake out and go bang, 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 and just knock 3 of them down. And they're dead. They're all bleeding out.
Doing good work there. Good stuff.
They're a lot less of them now. So 5d100. Okay, so yeah, roll to counteract those for me.
Okay. Let's see what we got.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
So 1 crit's gone. And 1 hit is gone. And so 1 hit, 2 hits, 1 crit.
2 hits, 1 crit. Okay. Save for the hits then. So failed and passed. And then I'll keep going with the hit. That's failed, and then extra save, shield, that's passed, okay. And then for the crit, life ward, failed, then extra save. Is it 3 plus? I think it's 3 plus. Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. So yeah,
There we go.
you take the damage as you comes in, and you're just fine. Your
That's
shield just
That's
shrugs
my
it
job.
off. Yeah, you hide behind the shield and just.
Okay. Form a shield wall for Decimus.
Yeah, so Decimus, you're now on. I take it you're beelining for that fucking massive shield that he's got there.
Well, I've kind of gotten on behind him.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna kind of look for the most threatening people on the ship.
Mhm.
And just see who, if I can see that who would be the captain, and maybe a couple, and the person.
Can't really see that from where you are.
No one with a big plume hat.
No. The only captain was Robar, really, and he's now in 2 parts. So there are 2 captains. No.
Two captains.
Both very short.
We have twice the captain they used to have. Well, no, that's the same amount of captain. Just he can be in two places at once. All right, so I'm just gonna do frost pillars, just hit a bunch of these guys.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just cast it 3 times.
Mhm.
Actually, I can cast it 4 times, but let me cast it. Let me cast it 3 times, and then I'll see what I'm gonna do after that, or 2 times rather.
Mhm.
So that's gonna hit 10 people.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna roll both at the same time, and then if I have to do stuff, I will.
Okay.
Yeah, that's both passes.
Mhm.
And then no crits. So that's just 10 people taking 20 damage each, and they have to roll to not get frozen.
That would be 10 dead. Yeah, that would be 10 dead. So yeah. No, actually, no. One of them survives. Do they get frozen? Yes, they do. So they're 9 dead and 1 frozen dude. So Darthis, you're there like, aha, and you're like, oh, everyone's dead. Okay.
I just pop up behind you, and then they're just like frozen cubes.
Like, delivered a martini for me to sip.
You realize, Darthis, you can steer the ship.
Okay.
Its wheel is
Let's do
behind
that.
you.
But yeah, let's do that. That sounds good.
So you head to there, and you can see. Do a perception roll for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not wonderful.
Okay. So you can see a red-haired woman on a ship nearby, and she's just like she's on her wheel, and she just rams this other ship, and it's a magazine just goes up and it explodes and just dives into the water and sinks, and until eventually you can see the ships of the crew of the Symphony. There's about 5 left, and they're ragged and smoking, and they're careering off into the sunset, into the distance. There's fire
I'd like to
everywhere,
give chase a
and
bit.
smoke. Yeah, it's fine.
Just to see them off. If I can ram any of them, that'd be good. That'd be.
Ramming, yeah. I mean, no.
Whether I can catch them or
I
not.
would let you do something, but ramming's not going to be a thing that you can do when they're trying to get away.
No, that's fair.
I'm
enough.
gonna. Dean, I'm gonna reach out to channeling because I want to find the guy who blew up those ships because I'm not particularly pleased with that still. I'm gonna see if I can find him.
You can sense him swimming actually in the water, with loads of piles of driftwood and stuff just in the water.
All right, I'm gonna cast a couple more frost pillars on that spot and just attempt to kill him at where he stands.
Okay.
So,
I feel like this may not end well for you, Dismas.
Okay.
I'd rather be sure than That's. Let me just check what level.
He crits, but he denies that. Shrugs it off. And stop. I'm gonna have to roll on the binding shot table. 2. What's that do?
Hold on, I've got it open. 2 is you. He replaces. He refills his pool by D10, and he doubles his attacks for the round.
All right. Okay. So he's gonna roll teleportation 4 times.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
He's gonna disappear into the void.
Yeah. He teleports 3 miles into the air, and you guys just see him approaching your ship, and he's still approaching your ship, and he's
Can I
still approaching
aim
your
it
ship.
so that he's maybe will land on the ship
It looks like he's going to.
like a little blanket.
So you just hear him
Until he
going.
misses. Yep.
You see him going, ah, and then he just goes poof, through the ship, like splinters go everywhere, and there's like a man-shaped hole in the ship, and goes through the bottom of the ship, and you see like water go spraying up out of the hole, and the ship just starts to lift forwards as the water starts to fill it rapidly.
I'm just going to turn to Decimus and go, Decimus, get us out of here. Do your thing.
Is there a ship nearby, like within 100 feet?
Yes.
The redhead
Okay,
one.
Yes.
Then I'll probably teleport us onto that ship. Do I feel like we're probably safe to say he's gone for now?
Yes.
Off into the
Want
distance.
to drop from 3 miles high and land on a ship?
Yeah, 3 miles, you're dead.
You're so dead.
Yeah.
This feels a lot like what happened to Alistar.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, all the teleporting and exploding. All right. So I'm gonna teleport us. I'm gonna fizzle out, and then I'm gonna teleport us again, and I'm gonna fizzle out, and I'm Jesus Christ. Okay. So now I'm gonna teleport us.
Okay,
I'm
so
just
you go over there, and the last moment of the session is Asher just looking at you and going, "Don't worry about it, pal. You know, most men have difficulty performing on the big occasion. You know." She like slaps you on the shoulder twice, and she goes, "But we did it. Like just didn't quite lose a quarter of my fleet, but actually, yeah, I did. You owe me big." And she just like points at you.
How many of the other ships are left that are salvageable?
She had 20, and now she has 9.
Okay, so but how many of the enemy ships are also salvageable?
They will run away.
None. The ones that are left.
Huh?
No, they're all either sinking or sunk.
Yeah. Well, I'll just nod. I figured we'd end up paying.
Yeah, she says. Well,
when I saw the explosion, I'm just gonna be like, I always pay my debts.
Yeah, she says, "Well, let's hope you're a man of your word." And she just looks desperate and looks him up and down. And goes, "I saw how you did out there."
Do you mean Darthus?
Sorry, yeah, Darthus. Yeah, she says, "I saw how you did out there."
Yeah, you didn't see him floundering.
I hope, promises are kept in more ways than one.
I'm just gonna look back at her and just say,
at this point, I'm not gonna wait for her to look back at me. I'm just gonna kind of step off to the side and sort of into a crowd of people and just not be particularly visible.
Okay.
And I'll just
gotta leave him with her and just let what happens. Like I did tell her that whatever happens between the two of them is up to her.
I'll just turn to her and say, I can keep all the promises you like.
Okay.
Just no idea what's happening.
I didn't hear that because it cut out. That was like the worst part of it. Go on.
I'll just turn to her and say, I can keep all the promises you like, and just give her a bit of a wink.
Okay. She's like really flustered and goes. She turned around to the lads and goes, "All right, pull her around, back to land. There should be some booty over there." And we close the session with Saya just like hauling out all of these fucking coins, and we're like several craftsmen like tied upside down, like bound up, just like
and just like you're probably thinking in her head like, "See, guys, that's how it's done."
Yeah, and that's our one session.
Okay.
Everyone levels up.
Yay! Everything gets so much better from level 8.
Everyone levels up. So there we go.
Yay.
So yeah, I'm gonna go get a shower quick because I think Steady wants to play Ark. If you want to play, Sam.
Okay.
And I'll speak to you guys a little bit later on.
All right.
All right. Thanks, team.
No worries.
Thanks, guys.
Bye bye.
Here, I'm gonna go get these with Natalie's family.
Sorry about that, folks. Yeah, it was terrible. Like it's been terrible all day. Like all throughout the session, it's so frustrating. They're trying to get a session together, and it just keeps cutting out, and I keep missing things. The amount of times there that we were talking, and they were bringing stuff up. I was like, really, you said that? Do you know what I mean? So. Yeah, we're going to have to look at something alternative, or I'm going to have to get a hold of Roll20 and sort this shit out, because my internet's really good here. Like, really, really, really good. So, it's fucking annoying, and I'm going to have to get it sorted out. So, sorry about that, but hopefully... We might even need to keep these sessions shorter, because I've noticed that Driftwood doesn't suffer as much, because we go for 90 minutes and that's it. So, maybe we can look into doing that, but we'll see. So, speak to you guys a bit later on. Thanks for watching.